welcome to the Sidebar Cantina, the podcast where we talk about Star Wars, pop culture, whatever the fuck we feel like talking about. I'm Mr. Jason Roskin. With me here each and every single week, the paper jammed my PC load letter, Dave Martin. Hello, Dave.
Hello, Jason.
How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
All right. Feel nice and cool.
I got some sun today.
Oh yeah.
So,
Actually, yeah, you can see.
yeah. I spent a couple of days of this past weekend, I guess, in the sun playing some golf.
Good.
So it's nice.
Sun's good for you.
It is. It is.
I've been doing a lot of walking and running outside.
Yeah.
So
Solar. We're solar powered human beings.
Yeah.
So
it's that vitamin D. Apparently,
right.
it helps with
D.
things.
The D is good for you.
Yes, it is, ladies. So that being said, what are we talking about today?
Oh man, we are talking about one of my all-time favorite movies.
Yeah.
We're talking about Office Space.
Yes.
In our month-ish of the Mike Judge, I was going to say trilogy, but there's really not.
No,
Like, there's no rhyme or reason really to what we're doing, but we're doing a bunch of Mike Judge shit.
Yes.
So since we did Beavis and Butthead Do America, oh, that's right, we're doing like this whole lead into the Beavis and Butthead Do America. So we did, or no, do
the universe. Yeah.
So we did Beavis and Butthead Do America last week. Now we're doing Office Space because of the Mike Judge connection.
Mm-hmm.
And because Office Space is a great fucking movie.
Yes. Yeah.
Damn.
Nice. So, yeah, that's what we're going to talk about today. It should be a pretty fun discussion. So stick around for that. But before we get there, we've got a bunch of business we have to get to.
Dude, God,
in the interim.
look at how red my hat is today.
It is very red.
I mean, I just washed it, but damn, look at how red that is.
So, should we talk about Patreon?
You talk about Patreon.
All right.
You do it, sir.
If you're enjoying the Sidebar Cantina's content, consider becoming one of our Patreon supporters. For as little as $1 a month, you can support this podcast and
Not
help
even
make it
close
possible.
to you. Why
for
are
us-
you flinching? It's not like I have Go-Go Gadget arm that's going to suddenly
But it's
leave my body and hit you.
just things are flinging at my face, and it just makes me feel uncomfortable.
That's
You
what
can
she
support
said.
this podcast and help make it possible for us to continue to bring you quality content week after week. We'd like to give a huge shout out to our current patrons, Shotgun Mark, Frank Kalevich, Frederick Martin, Lord Helmet Fire, Scott and Kim from the Use and Abuse podcast, Ivo G, Kristen Roscom, Nick from Swede Studios, Catherine Rennick, my wonderful mother-in-law, Patricia Goodstein, Don Solsky, Nicholas Schaefer, David Schmuck, Wally Frogmore, Tony Ferrari, Brady Biglovin, and Dragon Buddy. We appreciate each and every one of you. If you'd like to consider becoming a supporter, you can find us at patreon.com/thesidebarcantina. Thank you again to all of our listeners and supporters. You are the reason why we do this. And we still owe our patrons a movie. We're still doing a Bond movie. Hopefully going to do that in August. The schedule's tight. Schedule's really tight, and I don't want to do like a million fucking movies in a row, so we got to break the shit up. So it's why we haven't.
I mean, we could do whatever the fuck we want.
We
because
could,
this is our
but
show.
it is. But I mean, I don't want to personally do like a million movies in a fucking row. So I'd like to break it up. I want to do music one week, and I'd like to do fucking Star Wars topics sometimes.
Whatever.
But we'll get to it.
We do what we want.
Well, we will. At the end of the day, we do what the fuck we want. But
Thanks.
we do owe the patrons a Bond movie. So
Right.
it is still coming. Don't you worry.
Red 5?
Red 5.
Red 5 top stories. We're going to give a shout out to our Patreon member, Nicholas from Backyard TARDIS. He dropped an episode today on YouTube, BYT Random Thoughts Podcast number 21, Red 5 Network Roundup, January and February 2022, where he reviewed our podcasts,
Yeah, 2 of them.
First Person Shooters and Star Wars Special Editions. Thanks for the shout outs, Nicholas, and Lunar Girl thanks you as well.
And I got to just say one thing really quick.
Uh-huh.
He was talking about the special editions, and he had a lot of the same complaints that many other people have had.
Right.
And he had one really good idea, actually. He brought up the fact that what they should have done with the whole Han and Jabba scene in the episode 4 was make Jabba a hologram.
Yeah.
And then Han could walk around and through and in him, and he could be kind of a smug asshole in the presence of Jabba the Hutt
Yeah.
and not have
no,
to worry.
It would have been brilliant.
Yeah, that was a great idea. So,
Yeah, I agree 100%.
yeah. But anyway, continue.
If only.
If
If only it could happen. It could still happen, to be honest. I
Well,
mean,
yeah, they keep fucking with the movies over and over. So don't worry. Someday Disney's going to remove all Slave Leia references somehow from Return of the Jedi. Just you watch.
the Sacred Slave Leia, which you have blocked. Why is Slave Leia blocked?
Oh, I got to reconfigure the whole. Hold
OMG.
on.
OMG.
Oh my god.
For the love of all things.
All right, she's unblocked.
All right.
Sorry.
God. I knew there was something wrong happening over there. Anyway. Thanks for the shout outs, Nicholas, and Lunar Girl thanks you as well. I already said that. This is why JLo does the reads. Lunar Girl will be sharing the episode on our socials later after the show, so you can check out his reviews of us and a lot of our Red 5 Network family.
See.
More 3PO. More Red 5 news. More Red 5 Network news after the show.
Alrighty. We do a segment on the show every week called This or That, where our social media director, Luna Girl, puts up a poll on our Instagram. And what's our Instagram, Dave?
Poll.
A poll.
Yes.
She puts up a poll.
Poll.
Yes.
At the Sidebar Cantina.
Yes.
A
And
poll.
she gives you two poll. That's what I said.
Poll.
She gives you two options. You choose an option and we go over the results here on the show. This week it's sort of a 1999 Gen X classic type movies. So
Party like it's 1999.
you know, I used to love that song when I was a kid. I could never listen to it after the year 1999. I'm like, well, kind of doesn't have the same luster anymore. All right, so better coming of age comedy. We've got American Pie versus 10 Things I Hate About You. I feel like this has to be a generational thing because for me, it was American Pie. No
Facts.
question whatsoever. Not even fucking close.
Facts.
But I know like a generation of kids that are slightly younger than us, like 5 to 10 years, they really like the 10 Things I Hate About You. Kristen's younger sister, Emily, for instance, I remember I fucking loved that movie. Loved the shit out of it. And I was just like, meh. But she was like me, much younger. So I think
Right.
it's just a generational thing. But American Pie was fucking classic.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely love that movie.
Agreed. What else you got to say? I mean, it was a superior movie.
Yeah. But it only won 71% to 29%.
Okay, well, I mean,
Well, that was on Instagram. Now we have the Twitter comparison, 77% for American Pie to 23.
all right,
10
well,
Things I
it's
Hate.
relatively the same.
Yeah. SNL comedies, we've got Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo versus Big Daddy. I went with Big Daddy because I've never seen Deuce Bigelow. So it was a pretty easy choice for me.
I forget what I picked. I think I went with Big Daddy.
You probably went with Big Daddy because Big Daddy won 77% to 23%. On Instagram. On Twitter, it was a lot closer. 55% Big Daddy to 45 Deuce Bigelow.
Yeah, I mean, they're both kind of throwaway movies. to be
Yeah, and you know,
honest.
in hindsight, like, I don't have any desire to ever see Big Daddy again. I remember watching it back then, and it was just
Yeah.
like, nah. It was
Well,
all right.
because Sandler was big. I mean, like everything he was doing was
Yeah.
funny. Like you just had this expectation it was going to be good.
But
It
I'd
wasn't like the worst thing I ever saw.
No.
But it just
it it wasn't as lowbrow comedy as his normal stuff
Right.
was. But I'd rather go back and rewatch The Waterboy 100 times before rewatching Big Daddy.
yeah, or Billy, or Happy Gilmore,
Yeah.
or
Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore,
Billy Madison's not the name.
The
of movie.
Waterboy. Yeah, Billy Madison's the name of the movie.
No, it's not.
Dude, I've never seen it, and I know that's the name of the movie. It's called Billy Madison. Chat, help him out. He's having a stroke or something.
I am having something's happening. What is wrong with me right now?
All right. So, better dark comedy, Being John Malkovich versus Fight Club. I went with Fight Club on this one. Obviously, Fight Club was a fucking awesome movie, but I've never actually seen Being John Malkovich. So again, easy choice for me. Are you okay?
It's a Billy.
Oh my
That's
God.
the name of the character.
Yes, it's the name of the character and the movie.
Fuck.
Are you all right?
I just in my brain it's just stuck. It's like it's spinning. It's the fucking. It's like when you're opening something on Internet Explorer and it's just fucking spinning. That's what's happening right now.
I hope
in
you're
my
not
brain.
trying to open anything on Internet Explorer anymore.
Look. There's stuff on the Air Force
Rip
Network.
to my homie.
It's stuff on the Air Force Network that still only works on the Internet Explorer,
I
even though it's
know.
not supported anymore.
Yeah, fucking.
I
Weird.
went with Fight Club just because Being John Malkovich was decent, but it was very ethereal compared to Fight Club, where I just thought it was more entertaining as
Oh,
a
yeah.
movie.
And everybody loves Fight Club. And Fight Club, and so on Instagram, it was 89% to 11%. On Twitter, 100% for Fight Club versus 0 for Being John
Wow.
Malkovich.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. It's fairly definitive.
Yep. dark comedy with a side of horror. We've got Ravenous versus Lake Placid. Haven't seen either of these, so I didn't vote for this particular one.
I've only seen Lake Placid, so I voted for that one. And I'm not a horror movie guy. I don't know why I saw Lake Placid, to be honest. I'm not 100%
I mean,
sure.
how can you go wrong with Bill Pullman and Bridget Fonda? Bridget Fonda, yeah, in a movie about a giant alligator.
I don't know why I would have saw it.
Yeah,
I really don't.
but at least I've heard of that. I've never heard of Ravenous. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Yeah.
So anyway, Lake Placid won 78% to 22% on Instagram and on Twitter, 90 to 10%. 90
4
to 10. Hold on. The fucking thing changed.
You suck, Jason.
I know.
You suck.
94.
There it is. God damn it, Jason.
Okay, this next one was a hard one. Yeah.
That's what she said.
Yes, Alan Rickman, classic sarcasm. We've got Galaxy Quest versus Dogma.
This was a really fucking hard one.
Yeah.
Because I love both of these fucking movies.
Same. Saw them both. Actually, I didn't see Galaxy Quest in theaters. I saw that on home video, but I saw Dogma in theaters. But anyway, love them both.
I think I went with Galaxy Quest,
See, I think I went with Dogma, but I can't remember either.
but it's like you're asking me to pick between like my two favorite foods.
Yeah, or my two favorite kids.
I wouldn't even. I see it. That's one is obviously my favorite to the other. I mean, obviously, there's obviously a favorite one. You have 3 kids, Jason. You have
Oh,
3.
fuck, I do. That's
yeah.
right. Whoops.
Hopefully they're not listening and trying to figure out which one is the one that's left out, or they probably already know.
Yeah.
Regardless, I think I went with Galaxy Quest just because of the the kind of science fiction-y Star Wars, Star Trek-y
Oh, yeah.
kind of thing going with it. Sigourney Weaver looking fucking cute and pushed, it's all pushed up and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But Dogma is so fucking good.
Yeah.
It's my favorite Kevin Smith movie.
Yeah, same.
So
Yeah.
it's tough. It's tough. What did the people say?
Well, on Instagram, Galaxy Quest won 56% to 44%, so fairly close. On Twitter, Dogma won 62% to 38%.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah.
I can see it.
Yep.
I really can.
And that was this or that. Thank you again to Luna Girl, and follow us on Instagram at the Sidebar Cantina and whatever the hell our Twitter is. I don't really give a shit.
Sidebar Cantina.
Yes.
Apparently Betty White was in Lake Placid, by the way.
Oh. That's
So
cool.
obviously that's the one that should have been picked because Betty White was in it.
Indeed.
That's got to be brilliant.
All right. Before we go into our weeks, we have one more mini announcement type thing that we're going to talk
right.
about. We got a review.
Reviews.
Yes. Remember every week how we tell you that if you do some kind of a review for us, we will read it verbatim on the air? Well,
Right.
somebody finally fucking took us up on that again
Yes.
after a couple of months of stagnation.
Fuckers.
So what do we got for reviews, Dave?
We have a review, and it's from listener Sean O'Neill,
Yes.
who I believe jumped onto our show last week
Yep. During the Beavis and Butthead.
during Beavis and Butthead. So I think that we should ask
Mr. Anderson.
I think we should ask Mr. Anderson
Yeah.
to read.
All right. That would be nice. Mr. Anderson, can you come in here and read this for us?
You know, I'm a veteran of 2 foreign wars, right?
Yes, we
I
do.
think you should have the appropriate amount of respect for how old I am, apparently.
Absolutely, sir. Well, we appreciate you being here.
This is a horrible, horrible screenshot of this person's review who went through all the trouble to leave it. So I'm going to bring it real close to my face. Just stumbled upon these guys during a live stream of their latest episode on YouTube where they were discussing Beavis and Butthead Do America. Really awesome banter and tons of great engagement with the viewers in their live chat. They gained a new fan instantly. Smiley face. Signed, Sean O'Neill. No, it's not signed.
Well.
Not like that.
But we do appreciate it, Sean. Thank you. And if anybody wants to give us a review anywhere, be it Facebook, any podcasting app, please do so. Take a screenshot, send it to us, and we will read it verbatim on the air.
I panned back into that.
Nice.
Again. Damn it.
Sent Dave a spicy meme today.
Apparently.
And since we're talking about reviews, I'm just going to go into our thing. I doubt there's anything new on here, but yeah, fuck it. You never know.
Before J-Lo harasses you about it,
Yeah, she's going to get in my face and it's going to be awkward. And
she's going to get in your face regardless.
well, that is true too. No new reviews on iTunes.
If we get one, though, during the show,
That is
you
possible.
could have your opportunity.
That is a possibility. All right.
Dun, 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 dun.
We ready to get into our weeks?
Yes.
Boy, have I got a lot of stuff. So,
Apparently, God, you got packages while we
Yeah.
were setting up.
yeah,
for fuck's
20
sake.
minutes before we went live, I got another package, which I wasn't expecting this. This wasn't supposed to be here till tomorrow, but hey, surprise, surprise.
Hey!
So, I've been talking about Black Series figures and how I wanted to like acquire at least like one new one a week. Well,
Right.
apparently I've upped my numbers to more than one a week. So,
Like you do.
I've been on eBay a lot more than I should be lately,
Right.
and I've been buying stuff a lot more than I should be. And yeah, so I got some more Black Series figures. I've been looking at both in-box figures and loose figures, and this happens to be a lot of loose figures that I won.
Wow.
So I'm gonna just bust this shit open. Oh, he packaged them in Ziplocs, like one big Ziploc and then a small one.
Wonder why it has that many Ziplocs.
So we got Finn in his Imperial disguise thing. You know, take K2SO.
So much crinkling.
Yep.
I'm going to crinkle for the listening
Gra-
audience.
Grand Moff Tarkin and the interrogator droid.
Yeah.
Director Krennic. These guys, as fucking awesome as they look, they were wasted in The Rise of Skywalker, the Red Sith Troopers.
Yeah. Do you have these guys? No, that was different.
Yeah.
Different troopers. Never mind.
Some Imperial officer looking guy or a First Order officer
Oh, he's
looking
got
guy.
his weapons too. Very cool.
Yeah, a lot of them have their weapons and stuff, and then this guy, the gunner dude, the Death Star gunner guy.
The shovel
Yeah.
head.
So yeah, it
The
was.
shovel helmet guy.
They were advertising it as like an Empire, like a loose Empire set. So it was like, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 loose figures. I think I paid $70 for it. So it was good.
Wow.
Yeah, I like the K2SO. It's
It wa-
nice.
Nah, it's very nice. What always gets me, like when I'm looking at these figures, especially with the Black Series. I'm gonna show it on camera, but I don't know if you could see. But you look at the Empire logo that's on there. I don't
Oh,
know if
yeah.
it'll focus on there. Like I notice it, especially how I judge, like the quality of this, like especially with the TIE Pilot helmets.
Oh yeah, because
'Cause it
they've
has
got
the
the logo on it.
Yeah, it has the Empire logos on their helmets and the shoulders. That's like if they're clean, then they're fucking worth it.
Yeah. Oh, I love this K2SO. All right. So before I even bid on that thing, I got paid last week, and I'm like, ooh, new money. Which, by the way, did I tell you that I get paid weekly at this new job?
No,
Yeah, we get paid every single week at the new job, which is
that's dangerous.
it's weird. It's
That's-
very, very weird. I feel like I got to be, a lot more meticulous with which bills I pay with which paychecks, and I don't know how I like it, but it
You'll get
gives
used
me,
to it.
It gives me an influx of money every single week. So when I got paid last week, I'm like, well, gotta buy some new Black Series figures. So I went on Amazon and I found 2 Black Series figures that were like $20 each. So I'm like, all right, ding ding. So first, I got Ahsoka from Rebels.
nice.
And then I got Clone Commander Bly, who is another clone trooper, which I don't remember what he's from, but he looks awesome.
I don't remember either.
Yeah. But hey, he's another trooper. I want all the troopers I can get, so he's going into the collection. Now, Father's Day was yesterday, which we didn't really mention at the top of the show, and I got some Black Series figures for Father's Day. So first we got in a different packaging. I might just take this one out of the packaging, honestly, because I think I'd rather have them all in the square box packaging. But some Black Series figures, they came out like this. Death Trooper. Started
Nice.
in Rogue One, but then they've made appearances all throughout Star Wars canon since.
Yeah. This is what he's talking about. Is on the. It's like the carded version of it.
Yeah, like the old style
So
packaging.
I have a 40th anniversary Darth Vader Black Series figure that's carded like this.
Yeah.
And you're right. When you have Black Series figures in the boxes, and you try and display this, it does kind of make it awkward. But
Yep. And then the last one, and this is my personal favorite out of all the ones that I've gotten this week, is from The Mandalorian, the Incinerator Trooper.
oh, nice.
So he's got the red highlights there, and he's got, if you look at the toy, like, or his gun, it's got the flames that you can attach to the fucking gun.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
I will tell you that, like, if you follow Bronco Fed on Instagram, like, he does a lot of toyography or toyographer
Yes.
type pictures, and the stuff he's put up lately with some of the backgrounds that he's got now has actually been pretty good.
Did
So-
he do the Father's Day one? Like, I saw somebody posted a Father's Day one with Django in the middle and then a shitload of clones around him.
I don't know if he did that one with all the clones. He did a Father's Day one though. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure he did. Bronco Fett, if you're in the chat, post up your Instagram handle so that we can say it.
Yep.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. But yeah, that's what would be fun about the Loose Troopers is to be able to like pose them and go out there. Like some of the pictures I've seen, like with the guys that are out there like blowing stuff up and then like taking the shots of like the smoke and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, good shit.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
So for the rest of my week, we saw Lightyear over the weekend. Me
How
and my
was
family.
it?
Yeah, it was all right.
Really?
It was, so, like, visually, it looked amazing. Best visually impressive Pixar movie to date. Which, I mean, makes sense because, you know, technology is getting better every day. But
Right.
fuck, it looks incredible. Movie-wise, it was just all right. You know, it was kind of slow in parts. Not bad. Nothing in it was bad at all. It was just kind of, okay. You know, nothing to complain about, but nothing to really engage me either.
Was it so? Can I wait to see it at home?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No reason to see it in theaters unless it's, you know, going to theaters is your thing.
Okay.
But and you know, I know a lot of people were complaining online as they tend to do about, you know, what's the nice way to say this? Woke ideology making their way into this. It's not that bad. There's one character that they really want you to know is a lesbian. They push it for about 45 seconds. They really want you to know that this character's a lesbian, but it's like whatever. Like I watch movies with lesbians in them all the time. So you know, I'm good.
And then you clean out your cookies and you know make sure you close your windows. Afterwards.
Yes. But either way, it was okay. Like nothing crazy good or crazy bad about it. And then I went to Topgolf finally. We had this Topgolf open fucking years ago now.
Yeah.
It's probably been like good 6 or 7 years now, right?
It might be now.
Yeah. My son's been there like 2 or 3 times, but I've never been. Went with my coworkers last week, and it was fun as hell. So I enjoyed it. I actually did well in one of the games. I came in second.
Nice.
So yeah, I had
Play
a good.
the Angry Birds game.
We did. I didn't like that one as much.
Okay.
That is not the one that I came in second.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, Topgolf's a lot of fun. Because I'm a golfer, right? I've gone to Topgolf and just used it as a driving range,
Right.
which is really when you show up there, like, because people either go in there for like work events and shit like that, or just going there to, you know, to drink and swing clubs at each other, or I went there, I showed up with one club, like, all right, it's on Tuesdays, it's half price, right? So you can go in there and I just pay for a half hour
Right.
to hit balls for a half hour. I show up with one club, and people are like, "Are you gonna?" And like, no, I'm like, yeah, you can bring me a Diet Coke,
Right.
and I'll pay for my Diet Coke, and I'll leave like 100% tip for my Diet
Sure.
Coke,
Yeah.
and then I hit my fucking half hour worth of golf balls, and then I fucking leave.
Yeah.
I love it. It's
Yeah,
fucking
that's-
great because
that
it's
is
climate
great.
controlled. I can do it all fucking through the winter, and it's fun. Yeah, we do. Our squadron does. We'd probably do a Topgolf event like 2 or 3 of them a year.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, because there's different like different funds or something. I don't know. Anyway, you go there and it's it's free.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I did that, and that was a lot of fun, and that's pretty much my week.
That's awesome.
Yeah, a lot of Black Series figures.
That is a lot of Black Series figures.
We're gonna have to do another overhaul.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll figure it out.
Talking about the overhauling, I got this. I got the Ronin pop, right?
The sacred Jedi
Pops.
So I talked about this before. I ordered it like a pre-order back in February.
Yeah.
Both of the Ronin ones when they came out from the Star Wars Visions bit, and I was looking at it today. Like the pop figure itself is exactly the same figure.
Just different packaging.
Right. So that the one that's in the big box back that you can't see unless I fucking move my head, my giant red head. But it's the same. Like that. The one in the bigger box has the fucking R2 unit that's in there.
Yeah.
This one's just him by himself. But this one came with a T-shirt. So the question I have for the group that's here in the chat, the however many people are in the chat, 14 people. Should I open the box?
What's in the box?
Yeah, I was waiting for that. I was open the box to take the T-shirt out so I can wear it.
Well, what size is the T-shirt?
It's double X.
Oh, okay. Like you specifically order your T-shirt size when you buy that? Okay.
So that's the T-shirt, and I mean I'd wear it for the show.
Yeah.
For the show. For the show. For the band. For the band. It's a movie reference you probably don't get. It's a great pop. Of all the Star Wars Visions things, and there's gonna be more Visions stuff.
Yeah, which we never talked about that they're doing another season.
Yeah, we didn't, but we will
Yeah.
at some point, just not today.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was my favorite of all, and I read the book. I like the character. I like the story.
Well, Alan from Plus Prey
Fresh prey.
says
Fresh prey.
says open the box.
Open the box. If that's like, unless somebody tells me otherwise, I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
God, so burpy today. Where does he say it? Where did he say open it?
Like the last thing in the chat. Open the box.
Oh, there it is.
We're doing this live?
We're doing it live.
Oh, fuck it. Oh, hold on.
We have a drop
I have
for
a
that.
drop for that, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do it live. Fuck it. Do it live.
I have my Office Space sound bites all ready to go, so.
It's supposed to be surprise, Jason.
Oh, sorry.
God. You know, sometimes I just wonder about you. That was remarkably loud
Yes.
for cellophane dropping. Ha-ha!
We have a shirt.
So here's the pop.
And the pop is in its own box.
Yeah.
So you can still keep this in the box.
Correct.
Target exclusive.
That's, and then he tears into it. Ooh, the grass is soft. And here is the shirt.
It's a thing of beauty.
I like it.
They just need to bring him into canon. I think enough people
Right?
like him to where they're just like, fuck it, bring him in.
I'm showing Jason like
Yes.
you couldn't see it on the camera too. Sweet. I will wear it for the next week. I will wear it.
All right.
So
Sounds
thank
good.
you, chat, for helping me out with that. I have 2 gifts from the John who I played golf with today. Here, can you throw that, please? Good catch. So we got thermal detonators from his visit to Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah. At Disney World, right?
Yes, Disney World
In Florida.
in Florida. This one is for you. You have the leaded version. I have the unleaded version. They're fucking gorgeous.
I'm not going to drink it right now, though. These things are hot.
I will not drink mine. I will keep it.
Well, we already have one over here somewhere.
You know,
up there.
that's right. We do.
So we already have one that's already sealed. So it's not like you need another one that's sealed.
No, but I'm going to keep it sealed because this is from the John.
But I would recommend refrigerating it if you're going to do that.
But I'm not. But something that John also gave me. If I can grab it. That was from the Galaxy's Edge. And apparently is a hot commodity that I had no idea.
Hey, Backyard TARDIS, you missed your shout out. We already gave it to you earlier in the episode.
So, any idea what this is?
It's a pouch.
Hey, in the chat, do you know what this is?
It's got Arabesh on it.
Right.
Do you have any idea what it is?
I didn't. So when he initially showed me this, I'm like, what the fuck is that? Right? And apparently this is a highly coveted
What? It's a
Eating.
spork.
eating utensil that you can only get at Galaxy's Edge.
Okay, who used this? Like, what is this in reference to?
I don't know. But apparently it's a commodity that you have to like search out. Like he had to go to all these like different docking bays to ask people about buying these things.
Which docking bay?
94.
94.
94.
I think he said he went to docking bay 7 actually, but
Oh.
94.
97 4. But yeah, he said like on eBay right now these spoons are going for like $30 because I guess you can't get them. They're exclusive to going to the thing. It's just a spork and there's no markings on it or anything. It's just like, okay, here's your eating utensil for the Black Spire. So
Yeah, they literally call it the space spork. Apparently it was a huge deal that they came back to Galaxy's Edge. I guess they were sold out for the longest time. Shortly after. But what is it?
it's a spork.
I understand that, but what is it? What would you?
What would you say you do here?
You are cool because look at this cool fucking bag, and now I will have it on me forever because if I ever need an eating instrument, I will have it,
Okay.
and it's awesome.
Yes, it is.
And I have to go. Like honestly, from the way he was describing it, the
Galaxy's
level-
Edge?
yeah, the level of like detail that they put into everything, and I know. I don't know if Solsky's in the chat or not. I know he had gone recently and gushed all about it. So it's got to happen. It's got to happen. Got to go. Anyway. Yeah, Spaceborg.
So we're talking about your week still.
My week. Yeah, I haven't even gotten to my week yet. So I did play golf with the John today. It was nice because today was a federal holiday, so the celebration of Juneteenth.
Yeah.
So
which
took-
apparently my new company does not believe in. I don't know.
Well-
my ass was working today.
Well, not everybody had off today, but since I still work for the federal government, I had off. The base was closed today, so which is great because then we took advantage of it to play golf. But so did everyone else apparently because trying to go play golf on a course was they were packed out.
Yeah.
So we ended up playing golf on base, and we ran into 2 other guys from the 150th. Like they just happened. Like John and I were getting ready to tee off, and Vinny Lamola and Master Giovanni
Oh shit!
were in a cart in front of us,
Nice.
and they're like, "Oh, you guys are just by yourselves?" We're like, yeah. Like, oh fuck. So we just ended up playing with them. So yeah, it was packed. It was fucking packed. But it was a gorgeous fucking day.
Yeah.
And then I also played on Friday. We had our wing golf tournament. So, and it was hot as fucking balls. It was like 95 fucking degrees. And it was just like
95.
94.
95. But yeah, so trying to get my golf in while the weather's nice and get my vitamin D and try and remember to put on sunscreen so
Yeah.
I don't get the cancer.
Got a crazy tan line going there.
Yeah. Well, this is Dave's standard. Dave's standard tan line.
Too. Yeah.
I'll have it around my sunglasses,
Got to start wearing tank tops.
Nobody. No, I do not.
All right. Whatever.
No, I'm not a tank top guy. Never have been.
Yeah.
So yeah, playing some golf, getting outside. My daughter came home for the weekend. Unfortunately, not for great reasons. My 98-year-old grandmother she's in hospice now. She's had some issues back and forth with some of the stuff that's, she's 98. She's been dealing with cancer along with heart issues and some kidney stuff. So it's kind of like,
Fuck.
everything's kind of racing against itself.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want to go like into the hospital anymore.
Right.
So, it's been tough, and my grandparents were huge influences on me growing up, and it's kind of tough dealing with it. And yeah, so she was home for the weekend, and which was nice because she was home for Father's Day, so that was cool. And we went and hit the driving range actually. But yeah, so that's kind of sad. Like, I've been really super into the World War II stuff. Like, I know I've been kind of talking about it the past couple weeks. I went on that trip and all that stuff. So, and my grandmother's a World War II vet. She's one of the few women that served at the time.
Yeah.
And so it's just tough. And, it's sad face.
No, I'm right.
Yeah,
I'm right there with you, man.
Yeah, but 98, man. If I could,
It's a hell of a life.
if I could get there, that would be phenomenal.
Yeah. I'd
But-
be waking up every morning. Woo! Made
Yeah.
it another day.
Or it'd be like, where am I?
Yeah.
But last week was fucking crazy. Aside from all this, we got a new boss. We had our change of command. I did the pictures because now that Helmet Fire has fucking retired out of the squadron. I think he's in the chat. Now I'm the picture guy, so I was taking the pictures, which spoiler alert, I enjoyed taking the pictures. I don't mind it at all.
Yeah, I tend to remember you have an Instagram page dedicated to just your photography. So
Do at Dave Jr. Photography, which actually has been taken second fiddle to my at AV8 SHUN photos,
I still don't think I follow you. on
aviation photos, because just airplanes and drone pics, because airplanes are the best things to take pictures of because they don't fucking complain if you don't get the right angle or the lighting right.
there. Right. Say that one more time.
AV8. Jesus.
AV8.
Yeah, the number 8.
Mm-hmm.
SHUN
SHUN
photos.
photos.
This is riveting for the
There you
fucking
are.
listening audience right now.
All right, I'm following you now.
Woohoo!
All right.
One more happy customer. Anyway, yeah, that's for airplane pics and shit like that, which I didn't post today. I meant to. I got busy. But yeah, so we got a new boss, and it'll be interesting. It's a completely different personality type where we had from before. I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying it's different.
Yeah.
So it'll be an adjustment.
Mm.
And I love change. Change is the best. No, it's not. I hate change. We fear change. Yeah, so yeah, we're breaking in the new guy. So this work week is going to be interesting
Yeah.
because it'll be like the first kind of real working week. I see you clicking. Why are you clicking?
Mind your business.
I see it. The cursor's moving on the notes over here.
How is the cursor moving?
Because I have the notes pulled up and I can see the Sidebar Cantina is the cursor. See, all over. You just click box office, then Y2K, then.
Well, I might have been doing it on purpose that time.
Well, I could hear you clicking and watch the cursor. I knew you were doing it.
He's so easily distracted.
I am easily distracted. My peripheral vision,
Squirrel.
squirrel.
All right.
Anyway, I'm done. That's
right.
my fucking week. We had gifts. We had prizes. I opened the box.
What's in the box?
What if I should I keep this box? You think?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
It probably just ended up being clutter and
You mean like this box that hasn't gotten thrown away yet?
yeah.
Put it with that box.
Yeah. And we'll do that.
Should probably throw this box away.
The Ronin. It's fucking heavy. This guy's heavy. Feel it.
Yeah.
Doesn't it seem like it's heavier?
A little bit.
Is it made out of metal?
Might be.
He's got a metal jaw. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's get into this.
All right, we're ready to get into our main topic.
Do it. It's fucking Office Space.
I'm sure we're gonna need a break at some point in the middle of this discussion, but let's do it. And I got a question for you.
What would you say
You
you
do,
do
here.
here?
Yeah, it's oh my God, Office Space, released February 19th, 1999. 99. So I was deployed when this movie came out. February of 99, I was on one of my many deployments in my first tour in active duty, so I did not see Office Space in theaters.
Yeah, I was deployed as well.
Yeah, I didn't see it until probably, if I had to guess, I probably didn't see Office Space for the first time until probably like 2002, 2003 time frame, because yeah, I didn't catch it in theaters, and I think it was just sort of a word of mouth thing. My sister-in-law, Catherine, is probably the one who put me onto it because she was working at Blockbuster at the time, and she'd always bring home movies, and she always suggested movies, though she was the one who suggested Boat Trip.
God.
But no, I would imagine it probably came from her suggestion that we watched that, and obviously loved it right away. Yeah, and that's, you talk about history with the movie. That's pretty much it for me. Like, I watched it once in the early 2000s, and I've loved it ever since.
Yeah, I also was deployed when it first came out, and I didn't see it in the theater, but definitely saw it on a video because it was, as I'll talk about here in a minute. It was I lived this job,
Yeah.
like, because even when I was deployed, I was still a guardsman. This is before I got the active duty gig, so I was on orders deployed, and my job was at this company called CompuCom, which could be you might as well just take Initech and insert CompuCom.
Yeah.
So when this would come out, the buzz in the building was about what was going on in this movie.
Right.
So like it was just one of those things, like when it was available to watch at home, like everyone was watching it
Right.
because of proximity.
Mm-hmm.
What we were doing every day.
Yeah, and we're going to get into that because I think the biggest part of the appeal of this movie is how people associate this with their actual jobs or with
Right.
actual jobs that they've had before, because apparently they hit the nail on the head with so many things. And I know I relate to so many things. Even though a majority of my working life has been in the Air Force, there's still so many parts of this that relate to what I've done in the past. And oh yeah, we're going to get into all of it. And this is like the true definition of a cult movie because it had a budget of $10 million.
$10 million.
Yeah, but only made $12 million at the box office. So it probably lost money overall between, marketing and the theaters getting their cuts and everything. So probably lost money. So I think they just kind of wrote it off as, well, fuck it, this movie's done. And then all of a sudden, like all this buzz and all this word of mouth, and it became a huge seller on home video. Between VHS and DVD, has sold millions and millions of copies. And again, just beloved amongst so many people.
Yeah, especially those of us who are early in the IT world.
Yeah.
Especially those of us who were early in the IT world.
Right. Because in the late 90s, when you were having this big internet bubble starting to build, you had so many offices like this popping up fucking everywhere. And a lot of people were living this life. And yeah, we're going to get into it. So
Where the fuck? There it is. Hang on. Go ahead. Continue.
Okay. So I wonder if I should save this question for the end or for the beginning, the $1 million question. We'll say,
What's the $1 million question?
well, what would you do if you had $1 million?
Oh. You might as well save it for the end.
All right.
Sorry.
You all right there?
I'm queuing up the movie on my iPad because I have it in my iTunes library, obviously.
Right.
Because I also own it on DVD and every other fucking format you can.
And
have
it's
it.
also on Amazon Prime right now.
It is, which is how I watched it. How did you watch it?
Amazon Prime.
Yes, very good. Because we do that. We talk about how we watched it. Like, if you had done the notes properly, we would have had that in the notes.
It was a busy weekend,
Apparently.
obviously.
Yeah, I know. It's
A lot of top golf and Black Series figure buying. So anyway, I'm like, how do we want to start this? Because I have notes in two different segments. I have them just like my thoughts on the movie itself, but I also have another set of notes that's just like the office
No,
things.
Just
where,
start from the beginning. Like
All right.
start with the commute, right? So the movie starts perfectly
Yeah.
because it starts with the fucking commute.
Mhm.
Right? Because what like as people that we commuted to our jobs, right? I still commute. Your
Yeah.
commute is a lot less.
Yeah, but
as you
for-
fucking rubbed into my face today, like, oh, here's my ETA. I'm fucking, 55 minutes out or an hour out, and Jason's tells about his fucking 13-minute fucking ETA. Like, go fuck yourself, you little shit.
Yeah. But yes, I did that drive for many, many years.
Yes.
Before this new job.
Right.
And like I recognize all of these people that are stuck in traffic. First of all, you've got Peter who's just frustrated, and why do people do this? They do the thing where one lane is moving, your lane isn't, and they decide to cut over into that lane that's
Yep.
moving and then immediately stop.
This was
and then
this morning. This happened to me this morning.
Yeah.
Going to the base. I'm
Yeah.
like, because what's fucked up is if you're running late, right? Especially like when I was going to work super early, never ran into this problem. Like there really wasn't any traffic. But going to work later, like in that between 8 and 9 range, there's like more cars out there.
Sure. Yeah.
And you get this stop and go bullshit. And people are like jumping lanes all the time. And they're like, listen, are you new? If you
Yeah.
just stay in your fucking lane, we'll all keep going.
Yes, and you should.
We'll all just fucking go.
Like if you have a ways to go, you always get in the far left lane. That's the lane that
Yeah.
is traditionally going to move the fastest over time. Yes, the ones in the right might like pick up a little bit of momentum and start moving when you're going a little bit slower, but don't cut to that lane because eventually you're going to pass all those people. And it happens. It happened like every day when I was, commuting back. And most of the times this would happen in the afternoons coming home on 295. I'd get, as soon as I got onto 295, left lane all the way. Unless I got behind a Pennsylvania driver who decided to go 55 miles an hour, then I passed him and then I continued in the left lane.
The Pennsylvania drivers were actually busting your balls earlier in the chat.
Fuck them. I know the way you drive. Don't you judge me. So, but yeah, I'll always be in the left lane. And when we get to the stop and go traffic and the right lane will start going a little bit and somebody behind me I'll see will cut over and like start going with that traffic. 2 minutes later, I'm passing that guy. And like 3 or 4 other cars are passing him too. I'm like, you fucking dumbass.
Yep. Yeah.
The fuck is wrong with you?
So you have the Peter man,
Yep.
right? You have him. Then you have fucking Samir.
Samir, who's just that
who's
angry.
just like, God! He's in his fucking Trans Am, which
Yeah.
just the cars like this is 1999, right?
Yeah.
And you're looking at the cars in this traffic, and this is obviously like a staged traffic thing.
Sure.
Because all the license plates have like the movie license plates with the like.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Where I know, which I didn't realize was a thing until
Well-
I really paid attention to this movie.
Well, and
'Cause
a
I've
lot of
seen this
movies-
movie hundreds of times.
Yeah. And a lot of movies will have like real license plates, but this one in particular, they had generic license
Yep.
plates where they had no state on them.
None.
At first I thought it was Texas because of the flag in the middle, but
Nope, just generic fucking movie plates. But Samir fucking, this was me.
the road rage.
Yeah, this is Angry Dave, like when I was younger, just like punching the fucking steering wheel, like God damn it,
Mother shit ass.
what the yeah, fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have
Michael Bolton.
Michael Bolton. Bolton?
Yeah, like rapping to his gangster rap, which is I think is great. The character named Michael Bolton
Right.
is the one who's like into gangster rap. Whenever like Peter comes by, he's like, "What's up, G?" Yeah.
It's the all right. I'm stuck with this name, so I'm going to go completely 180 degrees the other direction.
Yep, you
to
kinda
try and
have
get
to.
away from this fucking name.
Mm-hmm. And he's in there like pounding the gangster rap. I got
Right.
my pistol point cocked.
So let me take I'm going to use this opportunity real quick as we're talking about Michael and Samir and
Peter.
Peter. There is and there was within CompuCom a hierarchy of nerds, right? And I think I've talked about this on the show before.
Yeah, I think you can find that in pretty much any nerd community.
Yeah. And
There's
it was
still a hierarchy.
Yeah, and it was very well defined within CompuCom because in 1999 you had some like the way that certifications and everything were like during those times, like if you had your MCSE, that was the standard.
Yeah.
Right. That was like, all right, all the guys that are making money are MCSEs. Like the rest of us peons are fucking A+ certified. And like we had all our warranty certifications and everything else, but the money was at the MCSEs.
Yeah.
So the guys that were doing all the QA checks and everything else, they were like just slightly ahead of us than just the config techs. Right. So you had all the configuration techs and then all this other stuff, which was all good. There was intermingled.
Mhm.
But when you would go into the break room, you'd see where the stratification was, right? Because you would have like the nerd group I was in, right? We're playing foosball, we're talking about sports, we're doing all this stuff. Like kind of, there was a group of us over here, and then there was another group that was playing this game that was, I think, fairly new at the time, called Magic the Gathering.
Oh yeah.
It was they're doing this over there,
That would have been me over there.
and
Though I would still chime in for sports, but I mean,
then you had the group that just would go completely like they would hide in the corner and just not talk to anybody, and they're really scary people.
Mhm.
You just didn't talk to them.
Yeah.
And while you were on the floor, when you were interacting with all these different people, like it was funny because you'd have a QA person come into your area and you would try to like, okay, my brand of nerd would try to interact with this brand of nerd because he was the QA guy. So I'm trying to like connect with him on some level.
Mhm.
And it was just really awkward. Like, because at the time they were like LAN parties were big.
Oh yeah.
Right, so I talk about like hey, how was your guys' LAN party? Because I had heard about it from somebody else, and he the dude obviously had not seen the sun. Which, by the way, I worked 11 to 3. So
11 at
no 3 to 11. I'm sorry. So at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we rolled into the building, and we're leaving at 11 o'clock at night.
Oof.
Yeah, so it was. All these people in there were, especially those in that next level of nerddom,
Mhm.
they were not sun people at all.
Yeah.
Like they were definitely like they were whiter than white, pasty white. And I mean, I hate to say it because I hate to besmirch any of my fellow nerds, but there were definitely the level of sexual intercourse that was happening, and within that stratification of nerds, there was some definite levels. Like some of us that
You already had a kid at that point.
yeah, that some of us like that were married and had kids and shit like that. Like they were definitely like here, and then there was the rest of them.
Mhm.
So it was, but I've never seen like you probably had it where this in the squadron where you were at because there's so many nerds in one spot that it would probably tend to stratify. Kind of like smoke in a building, where the smoke stratifies. Like when there's enough of it. So I would imagine when you get a whole bunch of nerds in one spot, that they'd start to stratify.
Yeah.
And I think that definitely happened where I was. And I haven't been in an environment like that since because they're just that concentration of nerds just hasn't happened.
No, no. Probably the closest thing is like you, me, and the John in the old squadron, but
Yeah, but even then, like because there wasn't a heavy concentration.
yeah.
Like even amongst the radio operators, like you would think there would have been more nerds, but there really wasn't. I mean,
Not really.
not to our level anyway.
Oh,
Anyway, I just like this stratification because I think I look at Peter and Samir and Michael and how they're like this group. They're obviously isolating themselves from some of these other
yeah.
like the Miltons and some of the other strap hangers that you see standing there, like when fucking Bill Lumberg is talking about stuff, and some of them are staring at him intently, and then
Yeah.
so other ones are just like, God, here we go. So anyway,
Yep. So we have like some of the greatest 10 minutes in cinematic history, like coming up at this point once they get to the office building, because it's just you're mostly following Peter and his miserable fucking existence, and it starts when he first goes into the building. He looks at the door like
Yep.
he knows what's coming, and we've all been in this situation before where you've got that one fucking door that as soon as you get up to it and you fucking touch it, it's gonna be zzz, it's gonna fucking shock you, which I mean most people nowadays, I mean I would think just like lean in with your elbow or back of your hand or something. You don't fucking do the fingertip.
no, he's a sadist.
Yeah.
And he wanted to get shocked.
Yeah, and that's just like the perfect start to the rest of his day.
Uh-huh.
He goes and sits down. We get the corporate accounts. Nina speaking.
Corporate accounts, Nina speaking. Just a moment. Corporate
Over.
accounts, Nina speaking. Just a moment.
over
Corporate
and
accounts Nina
over
speaking.
and over again.
Just a moment.
Yeah.
Corporate accounts Nina speaking. Just a moment.
Oh my god, it's you could see how that would drive somebody
Oh my God.
insane, like the Chinese water torture.
Oh, like, yeah. I'm just gonna leave it at that. When we walked into CompuCom, it was like there was a big secured warehouse facility, right? So you walked in, and it was a metal detector because you couldn't take anything in there. Like, so they had like security and a metal detector.
Mhm.
And when you went in, you had to immediately like put on ESD straps
Right.
and go over to like the fucking the tester. Like, so you had to walk up to the wall where you had the ESD tester, and you had to go zzzt,
Yeah.
like, and so you had to do your discharge, your static discharge, before you went over to your workstation.
Which makes sense if you're working the insides of a computer. That's
Yeah.
very susceptible to static. And,
Yeah. So, and they would watch you on video. Like, so
Wow.
they would watch you and see if you didn't go over, like, as soon as you walked in and got your ESD straps on, they would watch you.
Mm.
And they would come and find you if you didn't. Like, hey, you came back from your break and you didn't go over and test. Like, it was like that.
Did you have 8 different bosses all telling you that?
I had 5 different bosses. But yes, we'll get there.
Okay.
We'll talk about that here in a second.
Something that every time I watch this movie, I always see this at the beginning, that the fact that this whole movie is based off of a Mike Judge animated short called Milton,
Right.
or a series of shorts. Never seen those. No idea where those aired, where they're currently housed, anything.
Yeah, that's what Kate was talking about when she called. She's like, "Hey, make sure you bring up the Milton cartoon." I have never actually seen it myself.
Yeah, like I have no visibility on that whatsoever. Like if that was like an MTV thing or where the fuck it aired.
I don't know, but they cast Milton fucking perfectly.
Yeah.
Perfectly.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I can't see anybody else in that particular role. And the thickness of those glasses, oh my fucking god.
As an actor, like how hard has that got to be to sit there and act in those when I'm sure they were fucking his eyes up.
They
You
had
know,
to.
every
Like-
time he's like sitting there
like
looking
you're-
out him,
you're
trying to.
wearing a pair of binoculars on your fucking face. When they make your eyes look that big when you're looking at them,
Yeah.
like, holy shit. It's like you had aquariums on his fucking face.
Yeah. Bronco Fett in the chat is mentioning that Milton was on SNL.
Oh wow, okay.
What's that? When? Because
I don't know.
we're still at a time when SNL was actually good.
Corporate
So,
accounts Nina speaking. Just a moment.
anyway, so and it starts off where there's that, and then he hears Milton listening to the radio, and he asks him to turn it
I
down.
believe, I was told I can listen to it at a reasonable volume. Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah, you get the first of many Milton monologues, I guess.
And when you see like yes, this is the immediacy of what they're doing here is this is what cubicle farms are like.
Mm-hmm.
This is what it's like living in a cubicle farm where you're subject to everyone else around you and their idiosyncrasies.
Yeah.
And your ability to block that shit out is what's going to either drive you completely insane or fucking you have this ability to fucking be able to exist.
Yeah.
Which-
Put the filter on.
Obviously he does not have that.
Yeah. And then of course we get the boss, Lumberg, coming up. Hey, Peter.
What's
happening?
The clothing of this guy of Lumberg. It's that I'm sure there's a style name for it, but like the white collar on the different color, like so you're wearing this blue button down, very nice button down shirt,
Sure.
but it has the collar is the same color as your shirt. Well, he would be wearing that color shirt with a white collar with the suspenders that match his tie.
Yes.
And I think there was some sort of style name for that. And like I'm sure his fucking initials were embroidered on the shirt. I actually worked for a guy at Woolworth when I was assistant manager at a Christmas tree shop, and he wore those fucking shirts.
Oh, really?
With the embroidery, like he had those shirts on. He wasn't a prick like fucking Lumberg,
Right.
But it was that same like corporate, like I'm a vice president of fucking Dickory type thing, and he had these fucking shirts. Like it's like, well, my shirt's fucking custom tailored.
Right.
Like, good for you, dude. Way to go. what's happening?
Yeah, bet you get lots of ass with that.
Yeah. And he looked like a douche. Like, how do we make this guy look like a fucking douchebag?
There you go.
There he is. Standard. This is the standard by which douchebags are measured from this point forward. Like, if you want a picture of, like, what's a douchebag boss look like? All right, well, let's Google him, size that up, and then now, like, fast forward it to clothing of the 21st century.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Oh, yeah. And then we get the whole TPS reports
Yes.
monologue. We've got to talk.
Yeah. Got your
see,
TPS reports.
We're putting new cover sheets on all the TPS reports.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Here's the 8 different bosses bit, right? So at CompuCom, I had 5 different bosses.
Yeah.
And it was legitimately when you would fuck something up. And cover sheets was one of them. Like, they weren't necessarily cover sheets the same way because they have this data product, right? Well, for us, we had machines. Like, we were either building machines or we were doing some sort of warranty jobs on machines, or we were putting stickers on machines or whatever. But we had this print that we had to do. Some of them, at some points, we had to sign them, right? It's like, hey, I'm the technician who fucking worked at right? But those sheets had to be in the fucking things. And if you did not put it in there and QA found it, then you'd get fucking Bill Lundberg coming to fucking talk to you about it. And then if it wasn't the sheets, it was the number of systems. So you had to produce 13 systems a day. Right? And when everything was like all fucking great, like, oh, hey, look, Yahoo's worth fucking $300 for some fucking reason. Right? This is like this just insanity that was the fucking, the 90s.
Yeah.
And fucking orders are pouring in and everything else. Then all of a sudden, like, that fucking bubble burst. And now this build to order mania that was happening suddenly fucking stopped. So they started riding all of the fucking technicians. Like, okay, you need to get 13 systems. Like, well, there's not fucking 13 systems.
Yeah.
So you'd have one boss would come to you, like your little section boss, and be like, yeah, we need to talk. You only did 11 systems yesterday. Like, yeah, I know. There was only 11 systems. Well, did you go in the back and talk to the supply people? Like, yeah, no, there's nothing back there. We're all going back there to ask him. Yeah, well, next time go back and talk to the warehouse people. Like, okay, fine.
Wow.
Right? That would happen. And then maybe an hour later, the next fucking guy, like the floor boss, would come and say, hey, Dave, I need to talk to you. Like, you only did 11 systems yesterday. Like, yeah, I know. There's no systems. Like, did you talk to the warehouse people? Oh, like, no bullshit, dude. No fucking bullshit. And you would be like, yeah, no, I went back and talked to the warehouse people. There's no systems back there. There's nothing to get. He's like, we should really go back to the warehouse people and find out, like, legitimately. Wow. And then when he would be finished talking with me, then somebody from one of the fucking offices up front would be wandering by and be like, hey, Dave, I noticed that you only did 11 systems. Like, fuck you! Talking about how we should talk to the warehouse people to fucking go find systems. And it was like that every fucking day.
Yeah.
That you didn't do systems. And it made you, what it did, like, for what happened to Peter to fucking, like, go insane with the fucking, hypnotherapist. What happened for us is we went and we fucking drank our faces off. Yeah. We finished work at 11 o'clock. We were in the bar by fucking 11:30. And we were in a bar from 11:30 till 3 a.m.
Oof.
And then it was only by the sake of the maker that I fucking would make it home at night. And then fucking I'd wake up and would take care of Jeff and while Kathy went to work, and then I'd fucking take him to the babysitter and I'd go to work and we'd fucking rewind and do it all over fucking again.
Jesus.
Right. You didn't. Did you talk to the warehouse guys? Motherfucker. And we had one boss that he would fucking, I left the system. If you left the system overnight, you'd leave like this handoff sheet, and he would get fucking, like, he wanted to fight me about leaving this system overnight. Like, engage in fisticuffs because of leaving this system. It was like, he was like the 3rd level boss. Like, it was, It wasn't. It was. I forget this dude's name. It was this dude in AT&T, and then it was Frank, and then it was this guy, this fucking douchebag. And he was like all red in the face, and fucking somebody was like holding him back, and I'm like, dude, I will fucking kill you.
Yeah.
Like, what is your fucking problem? And I was so fucking happy to leave that fucking job. But yeah, it was just so fucking miserable to have that many people tell you when you don't meet a criteria or don't make a mistake, or when you make a mistake, it just made you want to jump off the fucking roof.
Yeah, and in this movie, of course, the great payoff too is later on when they're in the fucking coffee shop or at Chachki's, and he's sitting there with Samir and Michael,
God.
and they're like, "And dude, what am I hearing about you fucking up your TPS reports?"
Yes. Don't you have that memo?
Oh, great fucking payoff. But yeah, so we have the whole thing with the TPS reports and like him having to answer to like 4 different people throughout this, which, like, again, even in my last job in a military squadron, there were times where we were like fucking Office Space because, you know, honestly, in the line of work that we've done in the past, yes, we got to do cool shit like going to fly or doing cyber ops or whatever. But 90% of the time, you're in an office environment.
Yeah, you're in a cubicle.
Yeah, and even though it's the military, it turns into Office Space very quickly. And yeah, like the fucking answering to 3 to 5 different people happens all the time. The thing that they don't go into in this movie, which I think is just something just great, is meetings and having meetings about having meetings and things like that. They missed the ball on that one.
Yeah,
but, you know, there's only so many minutes in a movie.
Yeah.
But,
No, that would be a whole movie in and of itself. Just talking about how if you haven't been in the military and had a position where you would end up sitting in a lot of these meetings, we spent a lot of time in our careers sitting in meetings, getting ready for meetings.
Yeah.
Like, this meeting is to prepare for this other meeting. Or, hey, we're going to do this exercise to prepare for this inspection. And
these 5 exercises to
Right.
get ready for this one inspection.
like, oh, and did you do this report? Like, we need this report so that we can comply with this thing. Well, what if we just do this thing? No. You have to do the report to do this thing. That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't need to make sense. Just need to do it. Fuck you fucking twats. Yeah, it was just, yeah.
And then we're finally introduced to Michael and Samir. With the scene where they're, well, first I think it starts off with the fax machine or the paper jam, right?
Why does it say paper jam when there is no paper jam? I swear to God, one of these days I just kick this piece of shit out the window.
The beginning of so many quotable lines that we've all used
Yeah.
dozens of times,
Like
a day.
Yeah, I literally use Office Space quotes in my day-to-day life at least on a weekly basis. Probably more often.
Yeah, I probably daily for me.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's because it's such a part of my vernacular.
Why does it say paper jam when there is no paper jam?
Even if there's no paper jam, I still, if it's involving a printer, somehow it'll either be this or the PC load letter one.
Yeah, which we get to later. And then this is where I guess, is she giving them out checks or just like mail or messages, whatever it is. But
it's I think it's the message that is telling them that the Bobs are coming.
Oh, okay.
Is what she's handing.
Yeah, and she's like, you know, trying to pronounce Samir's name. No. And he's just, and of course I love what he says afterwards. Why can nobody in America say my name? Na-i-na-na-ja.
Which we could say it perfectly now because we've seen the movie so many goddamn times.
Yeah, but you listen to him.
Na-i-na-ja.
Na-i-na-na-ja. And then, of course, the Michael Bolton, which, I mean, to this day, it's still fucking hilarious.
Why don't you just go by Mike? Like, it's my fault. His music sucks.
Yeah. Why should I change my name? He's the one who sucks.
No talent ass clown.
Yeah, started winning Grammys, which I guess the real Michael Bolton got a real kick out of this. There's I think it's a Funny or Die sketch where he basically recreates every scene that Michael Bolton is in, and he's playing the Michael Bolton role in Office Space.
That's fucking great.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
See, and that's like that's appropriately engaging and having a sense of fucking humor.
Yeah. And then of course, Peter comes over and he's he
Gotta get out of here.
Yeah, he immediately wants to. What did you do? All
Right, unmuted somehow.
And he immediately wants to take like a break. I don't know if like this is them taking their lunch break or whatever, if they're one of their allotted 15-minute breaks a day. But yeah, they go next door to Tchotchkes.
Yeah.
But not before you get the quote from the same lady that was handing out the messages.
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna lose it.
What would you say?
Oh nope, wrong one. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, there we go.
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mundus.
Again, like if you haven't said this at least on any Monday or even just a day that you're just like, this fucking day sucks.
Oh, and the way she says it and the look on her face and then just their look of disgust after she says that.
Yes. Like, oh my God.
And then of course you got the waiter that says it also.
Yes.
When they go into the coffee shop and they're just coffee. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Yeah. Yeah, it is interesting to like leave the building to be able to go on a break like that, because it always struck me as funny because we couldn't leave the building like on a break. Like it just wasn't a thing. You went into the break room, you can go into the break room, but a lot of it had to do with like not theft control, that's not the right word, but like shrink control. So making sure, because you're dealing with hard drives and all this other fucking shit.
Yeah.
You know, this is the 90s. Shit was still expensive back then for computers. And
Yeah, like a new computer was like $2-3 grand.
yeah, and
kind of thing.
At the time, we're dealing with like we were dealing with drives that were like, wow, look at how like huge this fucking half a terabyte, like 500 gig hard drives were, and shit like that. Like these huge SCSI drives that you're putting into servers and shit like that. So they were real sensitive to shit like that. So they kept an eye on us. They watched us, all the time.
Yeah. Ugh. And then of course you the Tchotchkes, it's a very, TGI Fridays kind of restaurant with, then you've got the whole Flair discussion and Jennifer Aniston. Whew, man.
Oh my God. This is the Jennifer Aniston to me. This is the like all right, when is she at like this is her apogee for me. It's like this movie. Yeah. Right. I'm sure there's times when she's looked probably like whatever, but this representation, this just easygoing, just and kind of slutty, normal girl type thing. Some fucking hostess of a
I don't even
restaurant.
think she's kind of slutty at all, really. She's just very normal.
But she gets around
well,
like a record.
No, but like she dresses normal. She doesn't act slutty. But there's one time where they're in Peter's apartment where she's just wearing like a white T-shirt.
Yes.
Like it's running really high, and you're just like, But I digress.
You do.
What were we talking about? Tchotchkes and the Flair.
Flair.
Yeah, we get the whole
Flair.
Flair
and we get to
discussion.
see Mike Judge.
Yes.
In the flesh.
Yeah, it plays the boss at the restaurant, and like the voice. I'm really paying attention to the voice, especially since we just did Beavis and Butthead last week, and it's so close to the hippie teacher.
The hippie teacher.
Very very close. Not quite there, but like that's the closest
It's
voice.
probably his normal voice. It's probably like this is Mike Judge voice.
Yeah.
Like this is him not doing a voice. And it's so hard to do a Mike Judge not doing a Mike Judge voice.
Okay. Yeah. Oh wait, that sounded more like Mr. Garrison. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't like I said last week, like the hippie teacher voice. For whatever reason, like it's an octave too off that I can't do from Hank.
It's not an easy voice to quote.
It's somewhere. It's somewhere.
you want to express yourself, right? No, I can't do it. It's in a weird spot. I just can't do it.
I guess that's why he gets paid millions for lending his voice to.
Well, he does his voice. That's his own voice.
Yeah.
That's him doing him in this fucking thing.
Yeah, but yeah, plays a great character, and this line happens much later on. But since we're talking about the flare thing, and he's getting on her about the flare because what's his name, the other waiter, the super enthusiastic waiter, has 37 pieces of flare.
I'm 37?
Yes.
And he's telling her, well, you only have the minimum. Do you want to just do the minimum? And she's like, if you want me to wear more flare, make that the minimum.
Right. So more than, if you want to do the minimum, then, but we want you to express yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, then more then?
Yeah. And I mean, and honestly though, I've seen that a lot, not referring to flare, but referring to other things doing around the office. Well, like, do you want me to do 5 presentations next
Right.
week? Well,
Do you want me to participate in 4 fucking events like in the community? Like, what's the fucking standard? Like,
well, the minimum is this.
Right.
Well, how many do you want me to do?
There is no minimum. Okay, but what's the where's the line? Tell me what I fucking tell me what I'm supposed to do.
Just tell me what you want me to fuck. Yeah, so I mean, just again, even though like I've never worked in a restaurant, I still understand that argument where, well, this is the minimum, but we really want you to do more. It's like, well, if you want me to do more, make that the fucking minimum. Whatever. Sorry, I can't read my own notes.
Good job, Jason.
I know, right? Yeah, I think I get back to where we get to the Bobs at this point, but
Right.
no, we're also introduced to the other character. The guy who gets in the accident.
Tom
Yeah,
Simkowski.
because that's another stereotypical character. I've worked with a couple of times over the years. The super fucking spastic, super paranoid, fucking always like angry and uptight. And
Right.
actually, now that I think about it, never mind.
Fuck off. I was never worried about losing my job.
No, like that was the beauty of being in the military.
I was always angry and fucking spastic.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
just me. That's just my personality.
Yeah, no, but I've seen that personality in, many
hell yeah.
people over the years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then this is when we're introduced to the whole concept of the efficiency experts, which, I mean, I don't know if this was a real thing back in the late 90s.
Oh, yeah.
I guess with the internet bubble and then things starting to kind of burst.
Well, so I think what's interesting is I saw this happening more at the end. Like, so when I was talking about after the bubble burst, this was kind of after this had happened.
Yeah.
After this movie came out. So you figure they would have done this movie in 98, right?
Filmed it in 98, yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause it
so-
came out early 99.
And I think that the whole bubble burst and everything else would have happened in, I think it was 98. It was right around that same time frame. But I know I've seen, even at CompuCom, we had people that had come in to do, like, you would do these, they'd do these like studies where you would come down and you'd kind of interview for your own job.
Yeah.
Like for your position.
Mm-hmm.
And
What would you say
you do here.
you do here?
The fact is, it happened. It happens in the military. Like sometimes you hear about these RAND studies that are done.
Oh, yeah,
and,
yeah.
with particular programs in the military, and that's what ends up happening. Like these programs are basically you're interviewing for your fucking what exactly do you do here?
Yeah.
Like what is your contribution, and you have to justify your fucking existence. And I deal with the customers so the engineers don't have to.
Yeah.
I have people skills.
Oh, yeah, but that's when we're introduced to the Bobs. And, we had the whole thing with Peter and the whole working the weekend, avoiding Lumberg. That was all a pretty good sequence, and then,
Yeah, when you're introduced to the fucking the neighbor.
oh, yeah, Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Hey, Peterman.
Check out Channel 9. It's a breast exam.
Oh, and the best was later on too, when he's got Jennifer Aniston in the apartment and they're
Right.
about to kiss, and he's like, "Hey, Peterman, breast exams, Channel 9, woo!"
So this was at a time too when the Drew Carey show was popular.
Yeah, and that actor, what the hell's his name? I got IMDb up.
So he was in the Drew Carey show, and it
Yeah.
was a completely different character.
Yeah,
like,
Diedrich Bader. Yeah, like kind of nerdy character
Yeah.
almost in Drew Carey.
and to see him like this was like a really like a stark difference when
Yeah.
when I first saw it. And honestly, saw it. Wow, what? Where did that come from? So yeah, now I only really see him as this character.
Yeah.
I don't know what else he's done, to be
he,
honest.
he was in Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back as one of the backstage security guys at the movie studio.
Yeah, but
It's
that's
like,
not.
He'll suck my dick while you watch and jerk off.
Yeah.
All right, but make it fast and sexy.
This is still for me. This is the
Oh,
is the
yeah.
part.
Yeah, such a memorable character. He's fucking great. Yeah, like every time he chimes into when they're like towards the end when they realize like they stole too much money and they're like, "Oh, we're fucked," and all this stuff. I was like, "All right, well, we got this plan. We'll do this, and we won't tell anybody." And then you hear him through the wall, "Don't worry, man. I won't tell anybody either." They're like, "Who the fuck is that?"
Don't worry, he's cool. or when he's like, "Hey, do you want to come over?" He's like, "Nah, man. I don't want you fucking up my life too."
Yeah, and I mean that just goes to show like how shitty some apartments were back then.
Oh.
I've lived in so many shitty apartments where you could hear everything through the fucking
So
walls.
did you see the name of the apartments?
Oh, Morningwood.
Morningwood?
Yeah,
I never noticed that
I
till
never
this
noticed
viewing.
until Kristen brought it up this time when we were watching it. I'm like, I never noticed that before.
Me either. Until
Yeah.
I was watching it for the show, I'm like, huh.
Yeah, and of course Mike Judge Morningwood did.
Yeah, that
Like
totally,
they had a whole episode of Beavis and Butthead about Morningwood. So
it totally makes sense. That would have been a great sign to fucking just have.
yeah.
You know, somebody has that sign in their fucking house somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
That apartment sign.
Yeah. Oh, it's hilarious. Then we had the whole discussion about like, what would you do if you had $1 million? Two chicks at the same time. No, but like I sat here and I thought about this, right? Now, just for reference, $1 million in 1999 is about 1.8 million in 2022 money.
Fair.
So almost double. And I'd be like Peter. I'd do fucking nothing. I would sit around, play video games. I might still exercise, but I would do nothing and I would love it. I would absolutely love it. And my thought is you probably wouldn't be the same. I can't imagine you being the type to just do nothing.
I can't. I have that like shark thing where if I sit still for too long, I would die.
Yeah.
I would drown. Yeah, it's a great question because honestly, $1 million is still a fuck ton of money, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it'd be nice to have the house paid off and then live off the interest, as it were.
Yeah.
You know, but I would have a place near the beach and probably play a lot of golf.
Right.
You know, play a lot of golf and do my philanthropic fucking things as a primary, as opposed to letting them invade my and dominate my secondary life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would do anything like that.
Yeah, if I stop moving, I'm gonna like that'll be it. It'll be over. So I'm
You slow down, you go down.
Yeah, so I have to keep doing stuff. I need to keep my brain active and everything else. So yeah, I would honestly fucking hand it all to Kathy and let her fucking she's way better at handling all that shit than I am.
Money wise?
Yeah, I would say, can I have if I can have some play money to buy fucking pops or whatever, and or have my toys, and I don't know, I'm fine.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
So, kind of pivoting away from that, something that they mentioned in this was the Y2K, but they never refer to it as Y2K. It's the year 2000 bug. They refer to it as, but it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the Y2K, only using 2 digits for the year.
Yeah, when he's explaining it to her in the car, he's kind of talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
So what's funny is this. I mean, obviously, this is a real thing.
Yeah.
and most of the people that are listening to us probably remember when the Y2K, like there were people that thought airplanes were going to fall out of the sky.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
like our nukes were just going to launch for no reason.
and it was a huge thing. So at the time, CompuCom was making a lot of money doing
Oh yeah, all the tech
Y2
companies were.
Y2K. And what we were doing was we were taking computers out of fucking boxes.
Mm-hmm.
We were running a batch file that basically converted the 2 digits to 4,
Mm-hmm.
and then put a sticker on it that said Y2K compliant.
Oh yeah.
And they charged them fucking whatever, some exorbitant amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
And then I put it back in a fucking box and we fucking put a piece of paper on top of it that I hopefully didn't forget. Otherwise, I get yelled at by 5 different bosses, and then fucking go out. We at one point, this is how ridiculous it was.
Mm-hmm.
We were putting Y2K compliant stickers on monitors,
Dude, they were putting them on everything.
On monitors,
Yeah.
on monitors, on monitors.
Fun fact. I had a Monmouth Junction.
Why are you not on Do Not Disturb?
I don't know how to set that up. I had a TV. It was a TV VCR combo that I bought in 1996. That like had a timer recorder feature on it. Like you could set, you could tell it, hey, record at this time on this channel on this date.
Right.
You know, for 2 hours. It was very, high speed at the time for 96. The problem was it used the 2-day year.
Right.
So after the year 2000, all the days of the week would be wrong. Like you couldn't tell it to record on, Friday the 1st because it wouldn't be Friday the 1st. It'd be like,
Okay.
Wednesday the 1st. So just fun little thing.
Yeah, but it was a TV that had some functionality that involved the date.
Yeah.
I was taking monitors out of a fucking box and putting a Y2K compliance sticker on it and putting it back in the fucking box.
Mm.
And they were charging a company that was buying these fucking monitors.
Oh yeah, and everybody was so freaked out.
Compliant.
Everybody was so freaked out they were able to do it.
A fucking monitor. Like, what a goddamn scam.
Mm-hmm.
What a scam.
Yeah.
It was a giant scam. Was there legitimately like some patch that needed to be run for a lot of machines so they didn't have a hiccup or whatever? Sure, absolutely. But excuse me, it wasn't nearly as bad as they fucking sold it to be. And quite frankly, if you're flying on I don't know, Southwest Airlines, as an example, some of those older fucking airplanes, their boxes for your FMCs are using floppy disks to fucking update the DAV databases in.
Yeah.
Like they're barely Y2K compliant based on that reckoning. Like it was a fucking scam.
Yeah.
And I knew it when we looked at I think I still have some of the discs. I managed to sneak out a disc or two of the Y2K thing. And if you look at the actual batch file, it's fucking ridiculous. Like you could have wrote it when you were fucking 5.
Yeah,
on a
probably like
VIC-20.
10 lines of code or something like that.
It's literally like, it's ridiculous. And I just, doing that and then fucking taking monitors out of boxes and putting Y2K compliant stickers on them, I'm just like, this is insanity. Absolute insanity. It's not like I was getting any extra money
No.
to do it. Like I was making my numbers because monitors were considered systems. So as long as I could fucking take a monitor out of a box, I was making my numbers. So hooray.
Nice.
Wasn't getting yelled at that day.
Yeah.
As long as I did fucking 13 of them. What an arbitrary number too.
Yeah, 13.
Well, actually thinking about it, I think there was 13. I had 13 stations. So I had a workstation. It went from like think of this whole wall, right? I basically had that, and I think I had 15 though. I don't think they would have used 13, but I had monitors, keyboards set up, like the monitor on top with the keyboard on a tray, and then the wires coming underneath. And you could hook up mice, but we never did. Like everything was keyboard shortcuts.
Sure, yeah.
This is how, because hooking up a mouse took time. You didn't want to spend time unboxing a fucking mouse.
And shit wasn't like plug and play back then either. Like,
No,
yeah, if
no.
you didn't boot it up with the mouse plugged in, I don't think the mouse worked.
Well, it had to be a PS2 mouse back in Not the fucking gaming system either, kids.
Yeah.
It was a PS2 mouse, and it wasn't fucking worth it. So you could boot it up, and it would work perfectly fine with no fucking mouse if you knew the keystrokes. Anyway,
Yeah.
CompuCom.
So I made a pretty funny note in here. We watched this on Saturday, I think it was. 2 days prior, my last day of the work week on Thursday, we did Hawaiian Shirt Day because they mentioned Hawaiian Shirt Day in this. Don't
Right.
forget Friday's Hawaiian Shirt Day, so you can wear that and jeans.
Wear a Hawaiian shirt and jeans.
Yes. And 2 days before that, I was wearing a Hawaiian shirt and jeans
There
at
you
work.
go. Did you have to go buy a Hawaiian shirt?
No, because my last TDY when I was a flyer was to Hawaii, and I bought two
Oh,
Hawaiian
that's right.
shirts
Your
while I was there.
second Finney trip.
Yes, yes.
Right.
Because
That was on your first one.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, by the way, we need to go to Hawaii. You want to go? Yeah, yeah.
After Drunk Fest Europe, you had to sneak it out to Hawaii.
Yeah, I don't even remember that Europe trip.
Yeah,
I remember we were in
there's a
Germ-
reason why.
Yeah, we were in Germany. We stayed at the one Dornero.
Dornero. Yeah,
I remember that. That's about it.
that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
Honestly, drinking at the gas station.
Oh my god. And it was like in the morning. We did an all-nighter, and we're
Right.
still drinking like in the morning. The sun's coming up, and we're outside the gas station. Fucking. Oh god.
Oh yeah.
To be young again. Anyway, I thought the Hawaiian Shirt Day was fucking hilarious because I just did that with my new job. Totally lost my place. Oh yeah. The hypnotherapist. We really didn't talk about that much, but he went to the hypnotherapist, and as he's going on this sort of monologue about how he hates his job and how every day is worse than the next, and it's
Right.
like today is the worst day.
You're seeing me on the worst day of my life.
And like as he's talking about it, I'm like, holy fuck. That was me before I left the Air Force. Like literally, that was me. Every day was more miserable than the next.
Yep.
And just going into work just made me miserable. And now that I've been out for almost a month now, I've never been happier.
It's funny how that works. isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. But I mean, as I'm listening to him, I'm having like flashbacks. I'm like, fuck. Oh my God, this sounds so familiar.
Yeah. I'll tell you what's really funny is the level. I can get stressed out in the job I'm in now, but I never take it home with me like I did
Yeah.
in the old job.
Yeah.
Like
And
I just don't wear it the same way. It's like, okay, this is dumb and fucking ridiculous and whatever, but I don't have any responsibility to take it home with me. I just don't.
yeah.
It's not.
And you
it's
know
not-
what?
It's just not part of what I do anymore.
And like my shift ends at 4, right? I work 10-hour shifts, 6 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Right.
Like my computer is off and I'm walking out the door at 4. Like you do that where we came from and people are giving you like looks like, oh, you know, it's,
Leaving early, huh?
yeah,
Oh.
you know, it's like, fuck you, you know, you don't have to stay fucking late every single day just to prove a point. And now being in the private sector, your shift's over, you're not getting paid, computer goes off, and I'm out the fucking door. And that's what everybody does. Because that's normal life. But anyway, we digress. That's getting into more military stuff.
Well, and look, if you're in a job well, it's tough, right? Because not everybody's in a job that you love, and that's this underlying storyline where you get to with Jennifer Aniston at the end, right? Where when he's telling her basically that he's going to jail, and they're in the parking lot, get a room, you two, right? Like she's saying, like you know, not everybody likes their job, but you know, sometimes you just find something that you enjoy and just have that.
Yeah.
Whether so even if you hate your job, do something that's not your job on the other side of it that you enjoy, so that when you do go to your job, at least you're working for something else,
Yeah.
which is something,
Yeah.
because not every job is the fucking best job ever.
No, and I
Right.
mean, we've all done our fair share of shitty jobs that we
Yeah.
fucking hated with a passion.
And the beauty of like, yeah, listen, we're in a volunteer military, right? And we volunteered a long time in our fucking jobs. But once we did, that was our business.
Yeah.
So, and now we don't have to anymore.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to go anymore.
Not gonna go. How are you gonna worry about money and stuff like that? I didn't like paying bills. I don't think I'm gonna do that either.
Yeah. Which
Okay. It's
it's so funny too, because obviously the whole concept of the hypnotherapist is a little silly, but it's great because
it's out there though.
at that moment, like, he is a completely different person from that moment on.
Yep.
You know, he's like, all of that weight is lifted. And again, I kind of see some of myself in that. As soon as I made that break from my last job, now I'm just like, oh, wow, things aren't
Do you know
nearly as bad.
What's funny is without, obviously, okay, this is the movie needed some mechanical fucking thing to make this plausible, right?
Sure, yeah.
But for you, it's the changing of jobs. For me, it was kind of a light bulb moment almost, like for a lot of things, like especially the things that, like, okay, what are you actually getting stressed out about right now?
Right. And sort of just
Right.
more of an epiphany.
Yeah, it's like, you don't have to be stressed out about this.
Yeah.
Like, this is not. I'll tell you what I find a lot right now is this person, especially with some of the ancillary stuff I'm involved with, like this person is just a person,
yeah.
right? That now they think they're important and they think whatever it is that they're doing and saying is important, but in reality, that's not important to me.
Mhm.
And they can keep talking and doing whatever, but it has zero effect on me whatsoever. So go over there and have your fucking opinion and do whatever it is you're going to do, and that's great. But it doesn't affect me one way or the other. Just okay, fine, cool. And then I'm just going to go over here and do what I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I just knowing that person before that person existed and they're wrong. I need to fucking fix them because they're wrong. And it
Yeah.
would bug me all the time. Like, I see these people and they're fucking morons, and I have to fucking tell them that they're morons.
I know that day very well.
Yes. Unfortunately, a lot of radio operators did. And pilots and loadmasters and
Commanders.
others. And, yeah. Well, I mean, let's face it, some commanders and people in the KC-10 are learning that also. But anyway. But that's the thing. Like, back in the day, like, that bothered me all the time. That, like, social media and things like that, like, these people are they're wrong, and I need to engage and tell them that they're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't care.
That's good.
The fact that you're wrong, I don't care at all. And you know why that happened is, well, to be honest, it's probably I'm on a lot of medication, and I have a lot of therapy.
Yeah. Well,
And hey, you know what? Whatever works.
yeah.
Yeah. But that definitely happened for me. It was just like, that guy's dumb, and somebody should tell him. It ain't going to be me.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not worth my fucking energy to do that.
Yeah.
When did I open this?
I have no idea. I haven't really been paying attention. I think it was like fairly recently.
This is like full.
Yeah.
Like,
I
I picked it up. I thought it was almost empty.
Yeah, I think you just opened it. Anyway, but we
That
get
was
this
weird.
we get this whole shift with Peter after this whole hypnotherapist thing.
Yeah.
And it's great because, he doesn't give a shit about work anymore. The whole bit with fucking Lumberg calling on his answering machine. Yeah, beep, yeah, beep. Yeah, it's me again. Beep, yeah. And like, he's even the nonchalant attitude is even like smooth as fuck when he goes to talk to Jennifer Aniston, right? He's like, "What are you doing for lunch?" And she's like, "Oh,
Here's the specials. They're written right here.
yeah." And he's like, "Well, I'm gonna go get a table. If you want to join me, come on ahead. What if not? Whatever." And he just walks away, and then like she's like, "Yes."
Like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Like, all right, it's some smooth shit.
Mm-hmm.
If you can pull it off, that's some smooth fucking shit.
Yeah. And then she came over, and they had that conversation. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna pay bills anymore." And,
Right.
Yeah.
And
When'd you decide all this? About an hour
About
ago.
an hour ago. Okay. Well, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna invite you to dinner,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna go to my apartment. We're gonna watch Kung Fu.
Yeah.
Do you Kung Fu?
Which, I mean, obviously she was like immediately just like in awe when she
Yeah,
heard
like,
that. I've never seen Kung Fu. like I know of it. I've heard of it. I remember Kung Fu: The Legend Continues because it was right before Monday Night Raw every night in the 90s.
Okay.
Or after. There was La Femme Nikita that I think came on after, and then Kung Fu: The Legend Returns was before.
Those are some penguins that are not anywhere near my iceberg.
Yeah, but either way,
I've seen Kung Fu, but not to that level where I would like deliberately, set aside time to watch it.
yeah.
Probably the same way you have by accident. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Oh God, that was terrible. Oh,
Yeah, right there.
oh that. Ugh.
Oh yeah, Kristen brought up a good point in the chat. When the switch flipped after the hypnotherapist, he was basically like George Costanza in Seinfeld when he did the opposite of everything that he would normally do.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is George. I'm unemployed and I live with my parents. Well, hi.
Hi.
Yeah, great analogy there. Oh my God. So when he has the conversation with the Bobs, like, oh, this whole thing was great. When he's, in there very nonchalant about everything and they ask him what he does and
Hi, Bob.
Bob, yeah. And he's talking about, well, I usually show up about 15 minutes late. Then I sort of space out for about an hour.
Space out? Yeah. I stare at my desk, but I look like I'm working.
Yeah.
Like how many times I've done this.
Oh, yeah.
Done that. It's going to work and just been like
At my old job, yeah.
wah. They're just like I'm logging in, and the beauty of especially Air Force computers was they take a long time to log in, so you can
So
stare.
you kind of have to space out for a
so
few minutes.
Wah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, I'm spacing out for this amount of time.
And he's like, yeah, I'd say in a good week, I do a solid 15 minutes of work.
Actual work.
Yeah. And again, I'm like, yeah, this is how I felt at my last job. And then the line that just kind of nailed it for me was, he's like, it's not that I'm lazy. It's that I just don't care. And I'm like, yes, that's exactly it. It's not that I'm lazy. I just don't care.
Yeah. And honestly, you were never that person, really.
Well, you didn't work at me at my last squadron.
Well, I'm fairly certain that that's not what it was. And I know for me, I was never in that mode, but there was a lot of things that I was just, my level of fucks. Like I was out of fucks to give. My field of fucks was empty.
Yeah.
Behind me, and I just like you know what, if you are going to continue to choose to not improve, even though I'm giving you all the tools to do it, I can only do so much.
Yeah.
And when I was yeah, I'm not even gonna get into it, but there was definitely offices that I worked in. I was just like, look, I've given you everything you need to succeed, and if you would just fucking listen, and if everyone would do their bit. Do your bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, fuckers.
Yeah. But no, I fucking loved this whole conversation that he had with them. Oh, it was good shit. And I had something on the brain and I completely lost it. Motherfucker. Oh, I'm so mad. Fuck.
Well, before this, when Lumberg came up to him and he's playing Tetris on the fucking he's playing Tetris on the computer, and he's basically giving Lumberg the, you know what, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and giving Lumberg his own line back at him. And this is after he fucking unscrewed the cubicle,
and just
pushed it over so he could see out the fucking window. Like this is something that is a product of the cubicle farm. Because you look at his cubicles that they were in, and they were just high enough that you can't see over them to fucking be able to look out the window. And that's how cubicles are. So you're sitting in a spot where you can see your fucking workstation, but you can't really see above them. And this is before like stand-up desks were a thing.
Right.
Because we have opportunities for stand-up desks now, right? I know I use one.
I do too.
And
still can't see over my cubicle, but
well, I could. I can now. But I need a fucking sight line for the window. because spent way too much time in fucking windowless rooms.
Mm-hmm.
So I would need to be able to fucking look out the window. And I can do that as long as I'm standing. Who's mowing? What time is it? 7:15? Well, I mean, I guess so. It's still light for another hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Fuckers. Anyway, can you hear the mower out there in the chat? Can you hear the mower? Anyway, but yeah, it was. Fuck, I lost my train of thought. God damn it.
Yeah,
Jason.
we're talking about Lumberg and him telling him to basically piss off with the window.
Oh,
and-
they're just fucking unscrewing his thing and fucking pushing the thing over.
Yeah, that was part of the whole damn it feels good to be a
Be a
gangster.
gangster.
And that's the cool thing about this movie too is all of the musical montages because there's a lot of them. And it's
Yeah.
all like hip hop gangster music kind of music which like when they do the installing of the virus and all that, it's like an Ice Cube song.
I got something for your mind, your body, and your soul.
Yeah, and then of course when we have the fax machine
Or-
destroying bit.
oh God,
Yeah.
is that where we're at?
No.
I don't think we're there yet.
Yeah, but this is it gets to the point where
You're gonna fire Michael and Samir, and you're gonna give me more money?
yeah, and that's I think the point where the movie kind of slows down a little bit. We're probably at about the 50-minute mark, 50-minute mark, and things kind of start slowing down a little bit. I think, but there are some still funny moments, which I love when they're going through the names of people that are gonna get fired. And then we got Samir Naga, not gonna work here anymore.
Which I fucking use that all the time. Not gonna work here anymore.
Yeah.
It's the sequences with the Bobs is fucking great, and it's rewind back to when the Bobs are telling Lumberg and the other guy, the other portly fella,
Yeah.
that they're talking about fixing the glitch.
Oh, right.
You
For
know,
Milton's
with Milton,
pay.
with
Yeah.
Milton's paycheck. So, no.
We fixed the glitch.
The glitch. So, oh fuck, I forget exactly what he says. God damn it,
Well, yeah.
my
'cause-
fucking brain.
Well,
So-
yeah, they're talking about like not actually firing him and just
Right. So it's taken care of from your end.
Yeah.
It worked itself out naturally.
yeah.
Studies statistically show that. Oh no, that's later. That's
Yeah,
later
letting people go on a Friday.
on a Friday.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, what does he say? Anyway, so he's talking to Lumberg about fucking Peter Gibbons, being a straight shooter. Are they coming into the fucking room? Where are they mowing?
It's got to be like right outside that window.
Oh my god! Don't you have an electric mower?
It's not me. It's the fucking neighbors.
It sounds like they're in the house.
Yeah.
It's coming from in the house.
No, it's the fucking neighbors on this side. They have the loudest fucking lawnmower.
Oh my god! It's to the listening audience, it's just going to sound like I'm having a stroke. Honestly,
Well, they've probably been feeling that for this whole episode. so.
or for fucking 5 years. Anyway, so they confront Lumberg, like when Lumberg's like, yeah, I don't know about that, when they're saying how Peter Gibbons is ready for management, and then they're like, well, how much time would you say you spend on these TPS reports?
Yeah, and he kind of freezes.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Where they introduce us to the whole concept of the virus, basically the Superman 3 gimmick, which I thought that was hilarious even back when I first saw it, because I saw Superman 3 multiple times as a kid because that was one of those movies they played on a loop on the movie channel, or even in just syndication on cable. And the whole concept of stealing the half pennies, and
Which it's fucking brilliant if you think about it.
Yeah.
It would aggregate over so long. It's just, we're not talking about fractions of a cent.
yeah.
And we just take it from a much bigger jar and we put it in an account. And it's not stealing.
Yeah, and when they're installing the virus and everything, it's showing these nice close up shots of like the Windows interface at the time in '99. I'm looking at them like,
I don't think
or was it Linux?
it wasn't Linux. I think it was actually Apple.
Oh, okay.
I think it was an Apple interface because one of that virus itself was actually a Windows-based virus because Apple didn't use the C prompt.
No.
So it was Windows file structure, but they were running like a very prolific virus at the time. So it was an actual like the name of that virus file was like a legit name.
Oh, okay.
But it was fuck, I can't remember the name of it. But I'm pretty sure it was.
Maybe that isn't. Oh, look out that window. Are they right out there?
Yeah, right there.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Jesus Christ. They can't hear it, so we're just crazy.
Yeah,
I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy.
no, we're not
I'm
fucking crazy. Anyway, it was just kind of neat seeing those old fucking 1999 computers.
Yeah.
And those
Yeah, especially
Those GUIs.
especially early on when Peter's trying to sneak out and it's like saving, compiling, like come on.
yeah.
And finally goes back to a C prompt.
Well, and yeah, because it's god, computers were so fucking slow back then.
Oh yeah,
Like personal
now they can hear it.
personal computers back then were as slow as like military computers are now, kind of thing. Oh my god, he's doing it on purpose.
Maybe. Now they can hear it.
Yeah. Well, fuck, I would hope so. Jesus.
We're not crazy. We're not crazy.
Yeah.
Just send J-Lo out to yell at him.
Oh yeah. we're at the 54-minute mark when we're finally introduced to the character Drew, who has the famous line.
Things go well, I might be showing her my O face. Oh, oh, oh.
Oh.
Yeah. Fucking love this guy, and he's sort of the catalyst for the conflict that happens between Peter and
Right.
Jennifer Aniston.
Right. And everyone has that guy in the office, right? Just that super just inappropriate
Oh yeah.
person
Oh yeah.
that just wanders in and out of conversations and just drops shit like this.
Yeah.
So yes,
And
there's always one.
He's used for exposition too when the one guy, after he gets into his car accident and he, explains the whole
Yep.
story. So he's kind of uses that vehicle.
Then that wife of his
Yeah.
sees that wife of his and then he wants to live. It's just something wrong with the shifter. What's funny is though that Ford Taurus that he's driving that gets fucking wrecked in that scene. I own that Ford Taurus.
Oh,
That
did you?
red Ford Taurus.
Nice.
That circa 1998 Ford Taurus. Totally own that same fucking car. and then to get annihilated by that fucking drunk driver, it was fucking fantastic.
Yeah. And then of course we get the fucking fax machine montage where they're beating the fuck out of the fax machine to the gangster at the die, motherfucker, die, motherfucker. Yeah.
I stole something. Yeah, we all did. No, I stole something else.
Yeah.
And then the drop happens. So we've all had it, and I know in the chat they were talking about this earlier. Everyone's had a machine that's been like this, right? Which is like this pain in the fucking ass machine. That
PC load letter? What the fuck does that mean?
yeah, it's just what the fuck is wrong with this thing? Why? This is literally 95% of the printers. So loud, Jason. It's so loud. It's so loud. Oh my god. 95% of the printers in the squadron don't fucking
94.
95.
4. But this is all the printers. You go to fucking print something, you stare at it. It's like, where the fuck is this product? Mm-hmm. Where is it? Just no, just look at it. Ready. Where the fuck? I printed to it.
Yeah.
We're going fucking through the menus. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It just won't work.
Yeah.
It just goes, brrr. And then like 2 hours later, somebody walks up to you and hands you, hey, dude, did you try and print this?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, 2 hours ago. Like, oh yeah, it just printed across the other side of the fucking building. Like, what the fuck? It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah, network printers are the worst. And they probably spend thousands of dollars on these fucking things.
they spend a lot of money on these computers and they don't know how to manage them. But that's a whole nother story.
Right.
I don't want to get into. But yeah, everyone's had these fucking these machines that they've had problems with. So, and everyone wants to live this montage out. I have the pop, by the way. I was gonna, if I had been in the office today, I would have brought the pops, the Michael and Samir pop with the baseball bat, and it has like a little
Fax
printer.
machine.
Yeah, it has the machine like that they're getting ready to beat up.
Right.
It's just it's iconic.
Yeah.
Just absolutely iconic. And the best part is it's almost a shot for shot, like it'd be something out of a mafia thing, right?
Yeah.
Like they drag a body out, throw it down on the ground, right? And so they're just beating the snot out of it. And you got Peter, who's just like, he's not taking part because he knows it's not his fight, right?
Right.
So
right.
he's just
it's more
standing
personal
there.
to the other
Right.
two.
He's holding the baseball bat, then he's like kind of like hands him the baseball bat so that they can fucking use it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Michael, who takes the baseball bat, obviously doesn't know how to use it properly. He's like using it this way and then he's fucking hitting it with his fist.
Yeah,
And-
and that was the best part too, when he like runs out afterwards and he's
like-
fucking pounding it with his fist, and they're like
And
having to
it's
pull him
timed
off.
up with the fucking music.
Yeah.
Just proper.
Die, motherfucker! Die, motherfucker!
Oh, dude, it's just a great scene in movie history
Mm-hmm.
that should have all the awards. It's just perfection. It's just absolute perfection.
Yeah, I've got a couple of quotes in here. Some quotes that maybe either didn't age well or were a little cringy when earlier in the movie, which we skipped over, when Peter came back after his hypnotherapist thing and after he didn't show up over the weekend, and fucking Michael is like, "Thought you were gonna come in and start shooting," you know? It's
Yeah.
Like, ooh,
Well, I mean, this is a different time.
yeah, yeah.
It's
But
a
I
different
mean,
time.
but he's not wrong. Wasn't wrong then, and definitely wouldn't be wrong now.
No.
And then of course you had when fucking him and Jennifer Aniston were arguing about like the fucking flare or whatever. And he's like, you know, the Nazis had pieces of flare they made the Jews wear. I was like, oh god damn.
Yeah, I know. Like you went there. Like, wow.
It's like fuck. Yeah, that was a little rough. What do we got? Sean in the chat saying Family Guy created the scene with Brian and Stewie destroying the damn surfboard. Oh, Surfing Bird.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I ever saw that.
You never saw that episode?
I don't think.
Oh,
so.
you got to see that episode.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to see that.
Oh,
episode.
and speaking of which, Sean, you missed your shout out at the beginning of the show,
Yeah,
so
you
you're gonna
have
have to rewind and go back and listen to that.
Yeah, we had a special guest.
Yeah,
do
did a special read just for you, so make sure you rewind, watch the beginning. All right. Oh god, we had some great prison discussions. What? I don't
What?
understand what that's about.
I don't know either.
Um.
We're just quoting the movie. We're not
Yeah.
just-
Anyway, yeah, a bunch of prison discussions as they, are stealing, or after they'd stolen the money and they were all freaked out about going to
Right.
prison, but then they're like, we just go to like a white collar prison.
Yeah. You go to a white collar resort.
Yeah.
Do you know how to have conjugal visits there?
Yeah.
No, I'm a free man and I haven't had a conjugal visit in 6 months.
Yeah. And then of course they're talking to the lawyer at the fucking party.
Right.
And he's like, conjugal visits.
No.
No. He's telling
Minimum security prisons. Oh, what did he say? Minimum security prisons.
it's like no picnic or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. Like I have a client in there now. He said first thing you need to do is beat the crap out of somebody or something like
yeah.
that.
Is pick a fight and beat up the other guy. Otherwise you become somebody's bitch.
And then Michael's like,
Yeah, he's like fucking fumbling thing. The ice goes flying
ice flying,
everywhere.
it hits Samir in the head. It's obviously fucking the reaction to it.
Yeah.
The federal pound me in the ass prison bit is just
Yeah.
again, it's a line that I use. It is an association that I make with anytime I think of fucking prison.
Yeah.
We're not going to fucking white collar prison. We're going to federal pound me in the ass prison. Did we do a drop for that?
No, we didn't.
Oh, you fuck. You suck.
Really?
You
Really?
suck. You suck. You suck, GI.
Whatever.
I'm 37!
Sounds like
Showing my
somebody's
old
got a
face.
case of the moon
Oh,
boots.
One of
oh,
these days,
oh.
I just kick this piece of shit out the window.
There, I hope that helps.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Uh,
I like it. I like it.
anyway, so we had the whole thing with the misunderstanding with Jennifer Aniston fucking Lumberg.
Right.
The best part of that whole story was the dream he had.
Oh, yeah.
Was when he's dreaming of Lumberg. Like,
Gets the legs in the air. Yeah. Yeah.
Still got the coffee cup.
Yeah,
Oh,
Peter.
hey, Peter.
What's happening? He's got the glasses on still.
Yeah, that was the best part about that whole side story. We had the unenthusiastic birthday singing for Lumbergh. Happy birthday.
And like in the you get to mix up with the happy birthday, Lumbergh, Bill. Like it's all overlapping.
Yeah.
It's the office birthday cake. It's
Yep.
just how it's the same. It's the same bullshit.
Yeah.
It's just like any other office in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Like who wants to fucking sit there and sing happy birthday?
And again, at my new job, we just did this. A guy had a birthday a week and a half ago, and they actually put us on the spot. Oh, sing happy birthday. It was like 6 of us in this fucking room.
Like
so
why?
Yeah.
What are we at TGI Fridays?
No, I'm
Like Jesus, should I go get a fucking pot and pan and bang it around?
yeah. So awkward.
Like oh my god. Just so God, it's awful.
The last note that I took before I stopped taking notes was when they're freaking the fuck out. And they're trying to figure out how to give the money back, and then they're like, "Well, maybe we could launder the money."
Launder it,
And
yeah.
they're looking up like the definition of laundering in the dictionary to try to
How
figure.
big of nerds are we that we're looking up laundering in a dictionary?
Yeah,
But that's and then the line after that was like, how can fucking Neanderthal mobsters be so good at crime and we suck so bad at it?
yeah,
And then Samir's like, well, we're new. We're new to it. Just give us some time.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I agree with you. Like, there gets to be a point in this movie where, as it's coming to its like, the air quote climax, right? Of basically after Peter gets the money, right, goes and checks the account,
yeah,
right, and it's kind of gets to the slowdown with the
Yeah.
payoff with Milton.
right,
in the
right.
fucking office.
Which is good because he's been getting shit on this whole movie, which we
Right.
haven't really even touched
yeah,
on.
we have it like Milton. If this whole thing is really about Milton, right, and how Milton's the just after Peter gets fucking promoted and is talking shit to Lumbergh, he immediately goes and fucking takes it out on Milton, right? And then he moves him down to the fucking basement, and he's fucking. I don't know what Milton does.
Yeah,
Like he's got so much fucking paperwork around him.
Yeah.
Like at any given time, it's like what does he do?
Right. And of course, you got the whole side story of him being laid off years before, and then
Right.
they finally stopped his paychecks, and he keeps asking.
We went ahead and fixed the glitch.
Yeah, and then he keeps every time he sees Lumbergh, he's like, I still didn't get my paycheck.
And then takes the stapler.
Oh, yeah.
Like so I'm curious as to what is the backstory with the stapler.
Well, I'm glad you asked. Let me go into the trivia here, because I read this yesterday. Oh, fuck you. Pop-ups. So the iconic red stapler coveted by Milton was created for the film by the prop department. They needed a bright enough color to be seen on film and chose red. After the film was released, Swingline began to receive requests from customers for red staplers. Having stopped offering red staplers years before, they made the decision to start offering the color once more. So the movie got the Swingline people to start making red staplers.
And I think I was saying it before we went live. In my shed right now, I found this old ass Swingline stapler that would have been, staplers used to be these like heavy instruments of fucking death. If you
Yeah.
could attack somebody with one of these fucking things and really do some damage.
Yeah.
Like they were made of fucking steel and hate, and it just you could really fucking wield this thing powerfully. And I can imagine it being red with the blood of your enemies. I don't. It's just red. Red is just a perfect color for a stapler. Sidebar, do you remember the fucking we had bought in the squadron? We had bought the staplers. They're like the one-handed deals. They were like super staplers.
Oh, and they have like grips on them.
Yeah, it's just like chunk, and it was like you didn't have to press against the table or anything. It was, so we had those, and they kept disappearing because no matter what job you're in, the fucking stapler disappears. I mean, this is kind of an homage to that.
They took
Like,
my stapler.
I believe you have my stapler. right? This is just what fucking happens. So I had my stapler that I was fucking just obsessed with making sure this thing didn't leave Sanibel. And I come in one day and it's fucking gone.
Oh no.
And I'm pissed. Fucking pissed. Where the fuck is my stapler? So like I'm having like, and this is again, Jason knows that Dave of the past had, you know,
Anger issues.
So I'm fucking on a warpath trying to find my fucking stapler. Can't fucking find it, and end up getting another one because, you know, it pays to be nice to the people who buy shit.
Sure.
'Cause then you can fucking order another one.
Yeah.
So I got another one, and as it turns out, Brinzer fucking stole the stapler, printed out a fucking P-Touch label that says Brinzer, and put it on my fucking stapler and put it on his fucking desk. So my stapler was like on his desk the whole fucking time. And then he told me later, like, oh yeah, I just fucking took your stapler and put my fucking name on it. So I have that stapler at home right now.
Does it still have the Brinzer?
Yeah, it still has a Brinzer sticker on it. It's like oh, that's mine forever now. That's just like, every time I look at that fucking stapler, I think of that. It's just, this motherfucker stole my goddamn stapler because he knew it would get me. He knew it would fucking piss me off. Yeah, I believe you have my stapler.
Oh, that's fucking
The
great.
other, so I've told the story about the Milton and the Sear. I'll save that for the end.
Okay. Well, I think we are at the end, basically.
Well, all right. So Milton with the stapler, Lumbergh takes it, which gives us the opportunity for Milton to go into Lumbergh's office, find the fucking money after Peter turns it in, blah 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 blah. Right?
Yeah.
And so he doubles down and fucking burns the building down.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Set the building on fire.
Set the building on fire. Like, holy shit. And here's the thing about the building burning, right? A, what the fuck is the building made of?
Right.
Like, that these computers would burn like that is fucking phenomenal. B, and no sprinkler system, by the way, because while he was in the basement, did he just fucking crank the sprinkler system off? Because I'm pretty sure
that'd be smart.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to commit arson, you got to go.
Or, fill it with it, like change the water out for like gasoline.
Gasoline.
Yeah.
Oh, what was the book I just read? They had that.
They did that exact thing?
They in the sprinkler system on their lawn. So like the cops were coming to bust through the door, and then the sprinklers kicked on, and it's like, oh, it's sprinklers. They didn't worry about it, and all of a sudden, as they were coming to kick through the door, they fucking lit them on fire.
God damn.
Yeah. It was a good book. Vickers, if you're in the fucking chat, what was that book? You're the one who got me to read it. Anyway, so anyway, as they're panning across the fucking office, you're seeing all of the stereotypical office shit on the walls.
Mm-hmm.
The comic cutouts of the Kathy comic strip from the old Sunday comic, color comics that used to come out. Do they still do that? Do they? I haven't.
Are newspapers still a thing?
I think yes, they are.
Okay.
And they probably still do the comics. I have no idea. I'm assuming they do. But they had the Kathy comics, like the Dilberts and shit like that. The posters, the hang in there poster, the motivational posters and shit like that.
Yeah.
And all that crap is it's panning across and all it's just burning. And you just are like, that's if you were in a movie theater, you just want to start cheering like, yeah, fuck that shit. Yeah, fucking attack.
Yeah.
And so as it's coming across and you don't, you're like, if you're watching this movie for the first time, you're like, oh, okay, cool. This is how they tie off. Like, obviously they're not going to put everybody in federal pound me in the ass prison, right? They're going to figure this out. And I mean, for me personally, I never associated Milton with the money until I saw, the end of the movie for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get, Milton at the fucking this
some resort
in Mexico.
Yeah.
Where he's, getting like
I believe I ordered a daiquiri or
margarita, and they gave me a pina colada, and I ordered
no salt.
No salt and no margarita, and huge grains of salt.
So And it's the ow, fuck, ow, fuck, ow,
Cramp.
yeah, ow.
I've been getting those in my feet a lot lately.
Oh my god, dehydrated.
Yeah.
Holly's boyfriend was over again. Oh, really? Jesus Christ.
Dog.
So, sidebar, yeah. We have our neighbor's dog is a digger, right?
Oh.
Yeah, so and it's a chain link fence so they can see each other, right? So there's just always this thing where like they meet at the fence and they bark at each other and run around and stuff.
She's a female and he's a male.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
like-
and everyone's fixed and it's
It
not a
don't
big
matter,
deal.
man. Those instincts kick in. He's like, I gotta have that bitch,
Well, and
and
he's,
I will dig to the center of the earth.
and it's a smaller dog too.
Oh,
So,
that don't matter.
yeah.
Indy tries to fuck dogs 10 times his size.
And you anyway,
That's just what he does.
so this dog the other day found a new spot. Like we've been putting like cinder blocks and all this other shit to keep like all the normal digging areas. Well, I just dug out a fucking a tree. I just dug out a tree fucking we had a tree cut down a few years ago and the root the stump was rotted out enough where I could fucking just, get the rest of it out with an axe.
Yeah.
And so, but it's against the fence line. So now there was like this soft spot. So he realized that and fucking came under the fence yesterday. And when he like, it's the only he comes over the fence and they play. There's no humping.
Right.
Like believe it or not, there's no humping. It's just because they're doing right in front of us. They'll just wrestle and play and run around and do whatever. And then he like goes back under the thing. It's like, okay, there's no treats, there's no food, it's just like he wants to play.
Yeah.
So he goes under there and he fucking plays. And there's another dog in that yard that can't fit through the fucking thing. And all he does is bark because it fucking, hey, what are you doing over there? What the fuck? Right. So we fucking filled that hole with concrete, blocks and shit. And I guess like this dog's name is Duff. Right. The theme for the neighbor's dogs is Guns N' Roses.
Oh, Duff and what, Axel or
They had Axel. Yeah. So Murphy. They have a dog named Murphy.
that is not Guns N' Roses.
Not Guns N' Roses.
No.
Why is Duff anyway? I don't know. I'm not. I can't speak knowledgeably to that other than the Duff and Axel, and I can't think of the dog's names before that. Anyway, that's not a penguin worth fucking recovering. So, but Holly and this dog will probe the fence line for areas that would be good for digging. Like they work together.
Oh.
So it's like, oh hey, like and it won't be like, it'll just be like, oh, looking around, it's just like, and then it'll start like pawing certain areas and kind of looking, like looking at, if we're sitting in the yard, it'll kind of look at us, like, are they looking? Oh, they're not looking, and stopping and look at us, like, so it's so innocent. And if there was a gate in between the things, we just fucking open the gate, let them play. It's really, who gives a shit? But the problem with the digging is if he gets stuck under there for some reason and we're not watching, then it could be a problem.
Yeah.
But so yeah, apparently got in the yard. So awesome. Another spot in the fucking fence that we're gonna have to figure out.
Yep. All right. Well, let's wrap this up. Anything else on Office Space? I mean, I know we kind of breezed through the end here, but
No, I did want to talk about the one time that Milton and Hank were in the same room.
oh yeah.
Yeah, so and my fucking thing locked up.
Well, because I know you've told the story at Sear School where you were Hank in the bus,
Yeah.
and they told you to knock it the fuck off.
Yeah, so when Hank in that situation when Hank was in the bus, so rewind if you're just listening to us and you didn't know the rest of the story. When you're in Air Force survival school, when they're picking you up out of the woods, they basically like they air quote roll you up, or
Yeah,
basically
you simulate to get captured.
Right.
You act like you get captured, and then they take you to go get interrogated.
yeah,
and
so
all
you
that.
go in your positions of torture and do whatever. They put bags over your head, and you go through this whole thing. So they had us on this bus, just a regular fucking school bus like thing.
But we got the bags over our heads.
Yeah, we
at
got
that
bags
point.
over our heads, so you can't really see anything. And I was in the very back of the bus. And in the bus, what started the Hank thing was somebody was on the bus with Milton. And he was,
okay.
and Milton was like complaining about, I can't see, I can't see anything. I would like a margarita, but no salt on the margarita, right? And he's doing it, and people are snickering or whatever. So when he starts doing that,
I start with Hank. Hank's in the back. Like, I really could use a cheeseburger right now. Just a delicious, delicious cheeseburger.
and you start going back and forth, and we're feeding off each other for a little bit. And I couldn't tell you how long it really was, but yeah, that's when I had the female, rather aggressive female SEER instructor get in my face, like right next to the fucking bag, and be like, "Shut the fuck up." I'm like, well, okay, I guess we're done. I guess we're done having fun on the bus. But yeah, Milton Wadhams was the one that fucking started that.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that he got yelled at the same time that I was getting yelled at
Probably,
on the
yeah.
bus. But yeah, it was funny because you're just, it's dead silence on this, and you got like an hour plus bus ride back to the fucking camp, air quote. So yeah, Milton going. I'm like, well, I mean, he's doing it. Let me throw something out there, and yeah, so
Huge grains of salt.
Good shit.
yeah, it was funny.
Yeah.
It was funny all the way up until the point where I got yelled at.
Yeah. But yeah, to kind of bring Office Space full circle, I really do think that the main reason why this movie is still so popular today is all of the things that people see in their jobs in this fucking movie. Like just all the idiocy that some of it seems so like overblown and so what's the word I'm looking for? The word over exaggerated.
Okay.
And people are like, no, that really happened to me at this job.
No,
that I
totally.
had."
Like the examples that I gave, talking about my situation with CompuCom at the same time, as this was going on. And we had our experiences just in the Air Force.
Yeah.
Thousands upon thousands of people, especially, I think more people in the IT world experience this because of just the nature of some of the stuff that you're doing, especially people that are coding or staring at code. These guys are software engineers. And I think software engineers probably look at this and go like, yes, it's the Leo meme, right? They're staring going, yes, this is our fucking lives. This fucking sucks.
Yeah.
For just config text, this is how we were looking at it. It's like, this is fucking ridiculous. And I can imagine software engineers going into the same thing. And today, it's just as relevant when you're living in your cubicle farm. And we're not meant to live like this.
No.
Human beings being in cubicles. And,
Yeah. Away from the sun. And,
right.
Yep. So
Jason has never seen King of the Hill.
I've seen like a couple of episodes here and there, but I mean, I never watched it on a regular basis.
So, because your wife posted in the chat that you've never seen King of the Hill.
Yeah. I don't know why she said that.
Interesting.
Yeah. Again, I've seen a couple episodes over the years. Not many. But anyway.
Yeah, but that's I think you're right. You're on point. The reason that this movie resonates is because there's so many of us that to this day, because this movie holds up. In my opinion, like I could show this to anybody that works in an office job and they can relate to it some way.
Oh yeah. And if you look at the Wikipedia entry under legacy, they talk about how like Jennifer Aniston will be approached by people at restaurants like, oh, do you like all my flair? And so many actors from this movie are recognized mostly from Office Space, even though they've gone on and done things,
Yeah, I mean,
in the 23 years that have followed. Like they're always recognized for Office Space.
I think Peter Givens, he should be more recognized for Band of Brothers than he is for fucking
but no,
for
like,
Office Space.
I'll always think of him as the Office Space guy.
Yeah.
And then of course you get homages still to this day. Fucking TPS reports in Star Wars.
Yes.
We talked about that in Mandalorian.
It's canon.
Yeah. Or fucking Milton. Basically in fucking Book of Boba Fett. They stole my water.
Yes.
So
No, it's the fandom reaching across fucking galaxies
yeah.
to insert itself.
Yeah, and it's not just Star Wars. I mean, there have been references to Office Space throughout all kinds of pop culture. We talked about the Family Guy thing and so many others.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just one of those movies that's probably going to always stand the test of time, even though it's not the greatest movie in the world.
No.
But it's so quotable and just
it's quotable. And I mean, yeah, the technology is dated when you look at it, but the reality of what they're actually doing.
yeah, and I don't think those office environments are ever going to change that much.
Corporate accounts Nina speaking. Just a moment. Corporate accounts Nina speaking. Just a moment.
And I think people who are going to be working office jobs 30 years from now are going to be experiencing the same kind of shit.
I think about call centers. Like if you answer the phone, like I don't answer the phone when fucking telemarketers call, but sometimes you have to call people that are obviously in a call center and you hear all the fucking noise that's going on behind them.
Yeah.
They're in a cubicle farm.
Yep.
They have a computer screen in front of them and they just they have this list of what has to go on around them. They got all this fucking noise going on around them. And it just reminds me of that. It reminds me of corporate accounts Nina speaking. Just a moment. It's just, oh God, these poor fucks. And it just, that's your life. And it's okay. You fucking trudge into work and you trudge home and hopefully you find yourself doing something that makes you happy.
Yeah.
Which is, again, we mentioned earlier, I think this is the overarching theme. The fucking mower is back. He's back. What are you doing? Stop mowing. Hey. Oi. Oi,
He
prick.
can't hear you over the mower.
It's a different mower. It's a different, he had a yellow mower before, and I guess it broke down because it wasn't making enough noise. So now he got a more noisy mower to fucking mow the other half of his fuckface lawn.
Yeah.
My God. Put more cars on it. Oi! Prick!
Sean Badia mentioned in the chat the movie Extract, which was sort of like a pseudo sequel, I think, to Office Space. Or no, was that the one that came out before? I know there was one that he did that was kind of a pseudo sequel to Office Space that had fucking Jason Bateman in it. Never saw that movie. Came out in like 2009.
No.
Something like that.
No, it's only gonna. This is the OG. There's.
Yeah.
You struck oil with this one, and I think anything that tries to accomplish the same thing is only going to be compared to it and not go with the one. Yeah, that's Sean confirmed it.
Yeah, Extract was the movie with Jason Bateman. Yeah, never seen it, but I heard people liked it.
Really, I haven't seen it.
So maybe if it ever shows up on a streaming service somewhere, I'll have to give it a look.
Yeah, Supergirl said that Samir and Michael Bolton get another job at that Penetrode or Inatrode.
Yeah.
At the end while he's working at the fucking thing. You know what's funny? You talk about how we were leaving. You recently retiring, and when I retired from the Air Force, when I retired, all I really wanted to do, and I think I've talked about this before, was all I really wanted to do was make widgets. I didn't want to think. I just wanted to show up to work, perform my duties, make money, and go home.
Yeah.
I was tired of fucking being relied upon and be responsible for shit. I just wanted to fucking show up to work, do the Fred Flintstone bit, and clock out, and that was it.
Yeah.
And the idea, at the end of this movie, where he shows up and he's shoveling shit.
Yep.
And
got a construction hat on.
Yep, he's working outside, and he's if I was physically able to do stuff like that, then I may have ended up doing that, like, or being like a postal worker, like being a postman,
Yeah.
like, because that honestly, it's pretty mindless, and you get to walk around outside, you know, aside from when it's shit weather.
Yeah.
You know, otherwise it's not a bad job. You're getting exercise, you're doing shit, like that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
But again, I was not interested in taking a job where I had to fucking think. All I wanted to do was just make widgets.
Yeah.
And and obviously everything worked out. Like I'm in a great spot. Stop mowing! Stop it! Boy! Anyway,
Yeah. So all
I
right.
can't.
All right, we're gonna end the discussion here, I think.
All right, fair enough.
And again, if you haven't seen Office Space in a while, it's on Amazon Prime right now
Yes, watch
for
it.
free.
For free. Yes, watch it. Hit that like button too,
Yes.
by the way, while you're in there.
And well, I guess there's only one thing left to do.
Oh, you're right. There is only one
It's
thing
gonna be
left to do.
it's gonna be tough with the mower going, but I'm sure you'll figure
I'm sure I will.
it out.
Yep. Hang on. Somebody is in hair and makeup still.
Okay.
Just go open the door and just,
Well, before we do
Yeah.
this, why don't we talk about next week? Because
is next week?
Well, next week we're finishing up Obi-Wan. We're gonna cover the
Yes.
last 3 episodes, which I haven't even seen the 5th one yet. That's already been out.
Yeah.
So I gotta get caught up on that.
Yes, you do.
And we are not recording on Monday next week because of certain vacations and things like that.
Oh wow,
So,
that's right. God, it's already
yeah.
wow.
So you need to tell me when you can record.
You need to.
So Friday, Saturday, or Sunday.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll
So
discuss it offline.
yeah, we will attempt to alert the masses as far ahead of time as possible. But yeah, because of other schedules, we will not be recording next Monday, but earlier this weekend. Yes, when we do the thing.
I was responding to the chat.
Right. So anyway, Miss Lopez, are you ready to go?
I cannot hear
Yeah,
because of the mower.
the mower is quite distracting.
I'm very tired, Jason.
You tired? What you been doing?
I don't want to say.
Oh, okay. Do you want to just do the read and then just get us out of here? Oh, even your googly eyes aren't.
Yeah, my googly eyes are like too close together. Oh my god. I think the bit is tired.
Maybe, maybe you need to take a break for a few weeks.
Maybe a vacation coming up. Oh yeah.
There you go.
The chocolate covered kisses. All right, Red 5 News. We're gonna do this fast, Jason.
All right, go as fast as you can, Miss Lopez.
What's good, Chicago? You do. We cordially invite you to join us at ScarifCon 2022 on Saturday, July 23rd at Murray's Caddyshack. Where there'll be red carpet event as well as over a dozen of your favorite Red 5 podcasters, including live stream local artist, Star Wars actor Dominic Pace. He is awesome. Dominic Pace from The Mandalorian. He's from Star Wars. He's like legit.
Yes.
Have a chat with Luna Girl. She can help you find some lodging, and you will do it. Do it. Do it. Red 5 Network live streams on what? Well, where am I looking? I don't even know anymore. Why am I reading off the screen? Oh my god. Ah, Red 5 Network live streams are what nerds crave. It's kind of silly if I'm looking at the thing because then it's not really realistic.
I think you need to fire your hairdresser. You look like the Predator.
Where's my spines? Give me my collection of spines, Jason.
I don't have them here. I'm sorry.
Spines. it's a fun word to say. Spines. Spines. Deadly spines. Oh, see.
She's lost it today.
Spines.
Are you on drugs, Miss Lopez?
Oh no! I wish I was. Anyway, Red 5 Network live streams are what nerds crave. I said that. At 7:45 p.m. Eastern, Press Play Streaming Studios will be hosting a special Grave Reviews covering 40th anniversary of The Thing. That was 15 minutes ago, Lunar Girl. She's not even in the chat anymore because she's overdoing this thing with Grave Reviews covering the 40th anniversary of The Thing with guests Madame Chantel, Salty Nerds, Matthew Kaddish,
So they all ditched us.
and the Escape Pod's Dragon Buddy. WUSTR Media goes live a little early at 9:15 p.m. That's not early. That's not early. 9:15. Go to bed. What the fuck? 9 p.m. Eastern with a guest interview of Andrew Lipta. Did we look up who Andrew Lipta was last week?
Lipped my balls.
No, see, that's not cool. Don't do that. It's his name. It's his name, Jason.
We did look it up last week. I do not remember what the results were.
You
though.
suck, Jason.
I know.
Anyway, at 9:30 Eastern Extra Techie, I was supposed to go fast. At 9:30 Eastern, I'm back to reading the screen with my hand, Jason. God damn it! What the fuck is wrong with me? At 9:30 Eastern Extra Techie continues this gaming quest on Resident Evil Village was on Twitch and YouTube channels. Hop in our live chats tonight and support our Red 5 family. So you'll find Lunar Girl in a few. Everybody get that? I have no clue what I just said. The Red 5 Network has 37.
94.
Oh, Jason, that was good. Oh, that was funny, Jason.
I'm 37?
Why did I just laugh as J-Lo? That was fucked up. I laughed. Oh, my God. That was awful. The Red 5 Network has 37
I'm 37?
podcasts and a new gaming branch in their family. From live streams to audio drops and lawnmowers. Shut up, you fuckface! Shut up! God! Fucking douchebag. From live streams to audio drops on your favorite podcasting app to pre-recorded YouTube episodes and shorts, all the video games, there is literally... Oh, don't cover the screen, stupid. Stupid. You're so stupid. There's literally something for every personality. Browse through bio.link/red5. That's bio.link/red5. And bio.link/red5
be Rojo Cinco?
gaming. No, it's not, Jason.
Okay.
You were so stupid.
My mistake.
bio.link/red5 gaming. Like you know Spanish or something.
I grew up in Southern California.
Stupid. Check out the daily promos or shoot Lunar Girl. My fucking arm is tired. Or shoot Lunar Girl DM. Again, the bit is tired. Oh my God.
Well, finish the read and you can go on vacation.
Shut it. That was supposed to be a different voice.
I'm trying to help.
I'm trying to help. Yeah, sure you are. Let me scroll up. Hey, what are you doing?
I'm playing with K2SO.
You're playing with your dolls again?
Yes.
Says the guy with the fucking googly eyes on his hand. The User Abuse Pod will be having... Hey, it's Cantina Family Happenings if you're following along at home. The User Abuse Pod will be having Ladies Takeover tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Join Kim as she discusses boy bands with Nicole from Rogue One Radio. Did I lose an eye? No, okay. Nicole, Rogue One Radio, General Shinobi from Scarif Podcast, and Brady! Yes, you heard that right. Wait a minute. Ladies Takeover
And Brady.
and Brady. Yes, you heard that right.
Things go well, I might be showing her my O face.
Oh, chocolate flavored kisses. Oh, see. Anyway, Brady. Nice vagina, Brady.
All right, Miss Lopez, can we finish the read, please?
No. Yes, you heard right. From the Escape Pod. Hop into the live chat. Hey, suck it, big boy. Hop into the live chat at 7 to 5 Eastern on your... Oh, wait, shit. Moved over. Hop into the live chat and enjoy. On Wednesday, TSW Escape Pod will be discussing Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oni-Wan Kenobi. Oni-Wan.
Is that what she wrote?
Oni-Wan Kenobi. Yeah. Oh, see,
He's the only one.
he's the only one. The whole series. The whole series.
It's a lot to cover on one podcast.
The whole series.
Jesus.
Wow. Join Donna Stooge, Brady Big 11 and Dragon Buddy in the live chats at 7:05 Eastern on the YouTubes. He needs like a new feet or something.
Yeah, his legs are awfully
I
thin.
didn't yell that loud. Holy shit, that was weird. Thursday, catch Lunagirl the Merciless as she gets all Scythian on Star Wars The Old Republic with General Shinobi and host 97 Bravo. Group sesh will be dual streamed at 8 p.m. Eastern on both the YouTube and Twitch of 97 Bravo. What did we figure out 97 was in Spanish?
Nuevo y siete.
What you said.
Yes.
Layman's Terms recently released episode something where he chatted all about his favorite kung fu movies. Hey, that's pretty poignant because we were just talking about kung fu, Jason.
Yes, we were.
Remember we were talking about kung fu?
Oh, I remember.
Like just a minute ago we
Oh
were
my
talking
God.
about kung fu.
Yeah, I remember.
Like it was like
I remember.
like 5 minutes ago.
It was a little more than that,
It's
but
like
it
we
was.
planned it.
It was. We didn't plan it. That's the thing. That's a coincidence.
There's a delay because I'm looking at it on the YouTube screen, so I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Anyway. Layman's Terms. Recently, she chatted all about his favorite kung fu movies. Kung Fu, Jason.
Yes.
Grab some Chinese food and throw on this episode of Layman's Terms on YouTube. Is Kung Fu Chinese?
I don't know.
That may be mildly racist, Jason.
I didn't say it.
Jason! Racist!
What did I do? I had nothing to do with what you're reading.
Not nearly as racist as this ridiculous accent and googly eyes on a hand puppet.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Way more racist. Racist! Orange Adventure released episode 37, Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick.
94.
Wait.
I'm 37?
Jason, god damn it, Jason! One fucking job! You have one job!
Sorry, I'll do better.
Jesus Christ. Ah! Episode
37. My girlfriend sucked 37 dicks.
In a row?
in a row? Subscribe to them on Spotify and give it a listen and be notified of upcoming releases. Big Squid is not going to release his latest anymore. Maybe someday. I'll read this in Sad Luna Girl. Big Sweet is not going to release his latest anymore. Maybe someday. But he started... What the fuck is his voice? But he started another new project that Luna Girl is hopeful about. Glue yourself to his updates. That's Sweet Studios on Discord and Instagram. At Sweet Studios on Instagram. Holy shit. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Are we talking about all 37 podcasts on Red 5?
No, it's 37
I'm 37?
in a row. You can find us at bio.link/cybercantina where you'll find all the links to YouTube, audio, Patreon, all of this, Spotify, music, mixtape, and all social media platforms, including Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, and Discord, and the TikTok. Also, no bio link. Once again, I'm reading the fucking screen with my hand. Also, no bio link to the T-Public merch shop, which I haven't looked at in like forever. I don't have them. Should I get a tiny T-shirt?
We should get a Miss Lopez t-shirt made for sure.
A tiny T-shirt.
Yes.
Hey,
We need an artist who can. Well, hold on. First of all, we need a good picture. Miss Lopez, can I take a picture of you real quick?
Oh, hang on. Let me get my good side. Is this my good side?
Yeah.
Jason, if you don't get my good side, I'm gonna slap you silly.
Why don't you look to your left a little bit?
Yeah.
The other way. Your left.
That was my left, Jason.
How about your right? Oh, a little more to your right. All right. Now say something.
Something.
Okay. So now somebody needs to take that, turn that picture into some artwork, and put it on a t-shirt.
Wally Frogmore.
Exactly. That's my nomination.
You heard it here first, Wally. I'm nominating you. Off camera J-Lo or off mic J-Lo.
To answer your question, Bronco Fett, loved it.
Also, no buy Lincoln's T-shirt, merch, up at t-shirt, hoodie, wine varieties, diamonds, and there are also
Is the
Cyborg
Xanax kicking in?
Cyborg Kitty face masks, tote bags, phone cases, exclusive stickers and pins, just about anything you can imagine. Tag us with your merch so Lunagar can share it on the socials. Reviews! Reviews!
We talked about reviews at the top of the show.
Check again, Jason!
They're not. We don't have any.
Check it, Jason!
We don't have any new reviews.
Damn it, Jason!
I'll look anyway, but I mean, there's no point.
I swear to God, I should have been a Muppet. I missed my calling, Jason.
I know. No new reviews.
Oh, you suck.
I suck.
It's all your fault! If you checked more often, maybe there'd be more reviews.
How? How does that work?
Because it's your fault, Jason.
All right. I think you're being a little irrational at this point, and
Jason, guess what?
what?
I got a bag of dicks over here for you to suck.
Are you done with the read, Miss Lopez?
No!
Oh my God.
Please write us a 5-star review on your favorite podcasting app or our Facebook page. Screenshot and DM us on Instagram, on Twitter, or Twitter. Tell us what you love, hater, about the show. Hannaford Lopez, that's me. We'll read your review word for word on our next episode, unless you ask for somebody different, like earlier. Because we did Mr. Henderson. Ah, that would have been funny, Mr. Henderson.
I
we
see
should
what
have
you
done it
did
with
there.
other googly eyes.
Yes.
Like with a pair of glasses. That would have been funny.
It would have.
You suck.
Why is all this on me?
I don't know. It's easier. What am I going to do it on him? This guy? I'm talking in the fifth person right now. Plus, little girl will send you swag. Sean O'Neill did the right thing. Yes, thank you, Sean. We read your review earlier. Rewind and listen. Left us a review on Facebook, and it's made Lunagar very happy. Stickers coming your way. Gracias, Sean. That was in the read.
Oh, she nice.
She actually put gracias.
It's good.
Gracias. Almost like it's like Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
Siete. What'd you say?
Nueve y siete.
Huevos. Huevos sietes.
Yeah.
37
Sounds like somebody's
37
got a
things.
case of the moon.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, Miss Lopez, let's finish this up. We gotta go.
I gotta go. Bye bye.
Okay.
Oh my God.
You all right?
I gotta figure out how many walls there is breaking when I'm communicating with JLo.
I think we kind of go to a new plane of existence where I'm not really sure what's what anymore.
It's some sort of fever dream.
Yeah.
I figured.
It's fun though.
Oh my God.
Alrighty. Well, that's it. Like I said, Obi-Wan, next week we're going to finish everything up, but technically this weekend, because there is no show next Monday, nor the Monday after that, July the 4th.
Right. Definitely not July the 4th.
So we will be back on Monday the 11th is
Yes.
our next Monday show.
Yes.
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 So
Yes.
that's that.
That's that.
But we'll have one more episode before vacation. Finish up Obi-Wan, and then yeah, we'll be back after the 4th, and
Can't believe it's already July. Holy fuck, dude.
I know it's getting close anyway. I mean, we're it's only the 20th, but still,
Only the 20th.
only
Only the 20th? Jesus Christ.
yeah. Time is a flying. All right, thank you everybody for joining us. We will see you next week, and until next time, Dave and everybody else, yeah, go fuck yourself.
Okay, now what do I click?
Alrighty, that be that.
What did you say about Top Gun?
Oh, Tom asked what I thought about it, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
And we're gonna still try to do a episode where we break the whole thing down.
Yeah, I would agree. I honestly,
We just got to fit it in the schedule.
it's fucking hard. After we missed that window because I was TDY.
Yeah. You ruined everything.
I did. I ruined it. Ruined it. Like a ruiner would.
Yeah. Well, the big tragedy of all that was you missed it in the 4DX.
But I did get to see it in theaters. So
Yeah.
At least I have that, and it was worth it. It was fucking Top Gun.
Yeah.
It was Top Gun. It was not trying to do anything else.
Yep.
It was just Top Gun. But the fucking yes, there's a lot of shooting womp rats in the T-16 back home. Yes, there is a lot of that, and I had that visualization when they were fucking doing the.
Oh yeah, with the Death Star run.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remarkably similar.
Mm-hmm.
No, what I think was great about Maverick, short synopsis for those of you who are still hanging on. The thing that was great about it to me was the fact that they weren't trying to do like this whole other fucking there was an alternate storyline because you had the Goose bit or whatever, Goose's kid, whatever.
Yeah.
But it was still Top Gun. Like the fucking footage in the airplanes is what I wanted, and I got a lot of it, and that was fantastic. So, and that made me happy.
Yeah. Not nearly as much homoerotic stuff going on
No.
as the first Top Gun, but hey, can't have everything you want.
Apparently.
So you got Maverick, he's on the edge, man. He's right on the fucking line. Then you got Iceman and his crew, and they're gay. They represent the gay man. And then you got Kelly McGillis, who she's like, heterosexuality. She's like, no. Go the normal way. Play by the rules. Go the normal way. But Iceman and his crew, they're like, no. Go for the gay way. Be the gay way. Go for the gay way. Because he could go both ways right now. I'll finish that monologue when we actually do the movie.
All right, we should sign off.
All right.
Talk about some stuff offline.
Sorry, I'm playing with my.
He's playing with his dolls.
Yep.
Which is awesome.
Black Series are so beautiful. All right, we'll see you guys this weekend, and hopefully anybody who can tune in. I know the weekends are hard, but that's
what she said.
That's what we got to do. I mean, I guess you can just watch it back on Monday night.
You could. You could do
don't
that.
Don't watch it live on the weekend and then just watch it on
That's the
Monday.
beauty of the YouTubes. And then you could do like Big Sweet always does and tries to type into the chat while he's watching the replay.
Right. It's like, why isn't it working?
Yeah.
All right. Good night, guys.
See ya!